Good afternoon again, Npesta.
Good afternoon.
I what to start off with. I'm a little more like uniquely nervous for this one because I mean you're Npesta.
You don't gotta be nervous.
I I
I will.
yeah I kind of like huddled around myself and I'm like, no, Npesta's a chill guy. There's no
I'm chill. Don't worry.
there's no
We'll
way.
get right to action here. We don't gotta worry about it.
Yeah, Npesta's not.
We
There's no
got
way
it.
Npesta looks at me and tells me, you suck at interviewing. You're the
Yeah.
worst GD YouTuber. Second
Every
worst."
question I'm gonna rate a 1 out of 10 how good of a question you think it is. And if you get under 3 too many times, I'm just gonna leave the call.
Oh, that's
Good luck.
okay. Maybe I should start off with a banger then.
Maybe.
Maybe I'll make a tradition. I know I did this with Doggie, and I'll make a tradition to start off with this question. But are you mentally healthy?
I would say now I am. I wasn't for a bit, but that's because I have a really bad allergy season from like May to July, where there's so much like histamines flooding my brain that it's hard to like do anything. But now that it's like August and it's starting to clear up, because I'm allergic to grass, and that's like the big season for that. And then once that clears up, I'm good. So I'm in a good place right now. I'm feeling good, and I'm excited for the next few months of my life. So yeah, I'd say I'm mentally really good right now. I mean, it goes up and down, but right now we're good.
Well, that is very good. I do. I mean, I guess it might be unanimous for humanity as a whole. At least a large portion that spring is like the allergy
That's
season.
the death one.
Yeah. And then
Most people are allergic to pollen. I know some people got like fall allergies, which is just sad. I love fall.
that does suck. That does suck. I love fall so much. That's my favorite season.
Yeah,
It's
that a winter for me.
for like 60,
I
70
just
days.
hate the heat. I've got nothing to do outside when it's 85. I'm not going out there. I'm staying huddled in my room, bro. We're not going anywhere.
Yeah, for me it's fine. I used to live in Texas, but now I live in Minnesota, and it's like the heat plus humidity. It just makes me want to. Oh,
Yeah, that's the worst. Were you somewhere in Texas where it didn't get that? Actually, I don't know how humid it gets in Texas, but I know it gets hot.
it
It
was
gets up to like 100.
like 107 one time, but where I lived, it was like middle of Texas, so it was pretty dry. So I was a little lucky.
Yeah, I hate the heat so much. I don't want to. I could probably dedicate the rest of this interview to hating on the heat, but I won't. It's the worst. I've lived somewhere in my whole life where it's been kind of hot. Like it gets up to like the 90s, and even that's too much for me. I've heat stroked in less. Like I am not
Oh,
a. I'm
man.
not a. I'm gonna move to like Greenland one day or something. Just get out of Dodge, dude. I love the cold so much more than I hate the heat so much.
I like
So I'm excited about that too. That it's getting colder and I can go on more walks and stuff without having to worry about allergies and it being swelteringly hot, which is nice.
that. Very good for you. That's good. I I guess I'm picky about like balance. Like needs to be 50 to 70 for me to kind of.
Yeah.
I'm one of those
I
people.
mean, I like having all seasons for the most part. I've never lived somewhere where I don't have all seasons. I couldn't imagine living like I know it's probably like paradise to live somewhere where it's like 60 every day, but like
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Human experience, you get bored really fast. I like the snow. I don't like the heat, but the fact that it happens is it's something. It's a change. You know what I mean? Like the us going into fall is notable because it feels good because of where we've been. You know what I mean? If it was always this
Yes.
temperature, it wouldn't feel as satisfying. Life is often felt in those curves. You know what I mean?
I
So
100% agree.
could not imagine living somewhere where I don't have those 4 seasons, even if I hate one of the seasons or two of them. It's
Yeah.
just part of it.
I definitely not a fan of snow, but at the same time, it's like that's just because I live in a state where it's like it'll get to 3 feet tall.
Oh, I know. I've lived in like the three snowiest cities in the U.S., so I am very familiar with snow, and it is something that's always been a part of my life. I don't mind it honestly, because what's nice about snow is it like literally changes your whole environment, like in such a drastic. Nothing else that can happen is such a stark contrast from where you've been before. Like it literally makes everything just look different. It's
Mhm.
beautiful. I love it so much.
Yeah, and I was asked this a lot, and you did say it already. Like, are you unironically allergic to grass?
Yeah, like the whole like the real thing. I'll tell you this. I got an allergy test done recently by blood, and the range for how many like histamines or thousands of histamines are in your blood per each allergen. Uh, was done. And for most stuff, I was normal. For grass, I was something like the normal range is like 0.1 to 0.4. And for grass, I was like 86 or something. So I'm like a bajillion, trillion, quadrillion has more allergic to grass than anything. And not even just the pollen, like the physical, actual thing for some reason. Who knows why? I was cursed with that when I was like, I think I was 16. I used to be a cross country runner. That was like my big thing before that, but then that just took me out. I still can't run because of it.
Man,
I guess I could run indoors, but I don't like running on treadmills. It hurts the hell out of my feet.
I agree.
And it's so like I want to see stuff when I'm running. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to sit there on a treadmill, and it hurts the hell out of my knees, man. Like it's not good for the joints. It can't be. I don't know how people do it.
No, I fully agree.
It's boring.
And balancing as well. Like every time I almost fall off a freaking treadmill.
It feels so precarious, and for what? Like you're just running in place. I hate it. I've never been a treadmill guy. Even back when I used to run cross country, like winter conditioning or whatever, when you had to run on the oh my god, I would just count down. I would stare at the thing and count down the minutes until it said I could be done with it. I hated it so much.
Oh.
So not a surprise that I dropped it after not being able to run outside.
Yeah, I can name a few people that would be like, lucky. I wish I had an excuse not to go outside.
It sucks because I love the outdoors. Like I really do. I didn't grow up with internet connect. I wasn't even allowed to access YouTube until like 1 year before I started a channel. Yeah. So I grew up pretty much outside, and I was in like a rural area out way far out of Columbus in Ohio, like out past the suburbs in like a more rural area. So there was lots of like nature to like wade through. And that's where I grew up for most of my life. So we don't even know why I got a grass allergy, but it totally stopped all that. But I grew up outside for the most of it. So it was rather annoying when I got that. But you live and you learn, I guess.
That is true.
Well, I didn't learn anything, but I'm living, so there's that.
And I don't have any more questions related to allergies. I guess You know what? We'll start off with this banger. What is your you can break my heart. I told Doggie this too. Brutally honest opinion on Secret Way.
Secret Way is not a channel that was on my radar. Here's something you got to understand about me, and I want everyone to listen to this. I don't even watch YouTube. Like, I know I'm a big part of the GD space. I don't even when I watch YouTube, I watch like mountaineering up K2 full summit video for 40 minutes or something while I'm on my phone doing what I will say is that if you stream GD Twitch, I am watching you all the time. I'm just not saying anything, but I'm there. Literally at all times. Especially if you stream at odd hours, I'm there. I know about your playing Yatagarasu. I know what you're doing. I'm there. But as far as GD YouTube, as far as YouTube in general, I barely watch any YouTube, just in general. So but I did get the Doggie interview in my recommended while I was like eating breakfast or something. And I was like, I watched it. I thought it was pretty good. And then I remembered that one of you guys messaged me to do it. And I was like, sure, I'll be on the TV now. So I'm here now on your TV if you're watching outside TV.
One word response, based. That is actually
based.
That is actually, I think that is based that you don't watch YouTube.
I don't. I'm not a big content consumer. I think probably because just of the way I grew up. Because I didn't have internet access. Like, I don't have TikTok. I don't have Instagram. I don't know what goes on in there. I use Twitter occasionally, but outside of that, I think it's because, and this, like, a lot of, I have autism, and a lot of people have different types of autism, but I get so bored, like, on social media. I just don't care. Like, I need to be actively doing something. I can't just sit there and watch a thing. I mean, I can. Like, I can walk in and watch a movie if that's what I'm doing. But like passive content consuming every day, I'm not big on it. You know what I mean?
I do fully know what you mean. Every time I watch something, it's just like I gotta play a game or like I gotta script right. Like obviously editing while watching something is pretty difficult, but like
kind of the same trains of thought there.
And it's like if I'm only on my phone, it's like either. Like I could also script it or like playing a game. Mm-hmm. Like when I scroll shorts or something, it's like 20 minutes later. I'm just like, I can't. Like I don't know. My brain is. I gotta go to Discord. I gotta talk to people. Like I want to socialize.
Shorts just seems like, and I really do wonder if we're going to, in the span of maybe 5 to 10 years, get pretty sweeping psychological results back on what that does to people's brains, because it can't be anything good. I don't know. Maybe I sound like one of those TV's gonna rot your brain guys way down the line, but it just look at it. It can't be good. I don't believe it. It can't be good for you. I have no idea what that's going to do to people's brains, so we're going to find out. We're part of one giant test study, and we'll see what the results are in about 10 to 20 years. So that'll be fun.
I'm glad to contribute. The last year I've been saying, my job is rotting the brains of the youth. Can't believe I actually believe that now.
And you probably are. I mean, that was my job for a while, I guess, but in a different way.
It's a good one to pan to. I think, there's like so many questions right here. Like the Doggie one didn't feel overwhelming because all them were questions, but I do have a section that I think is going to be fun later because there is going to be some games as well.
Yeah. We're not talking about whatever.
Yeah. Have you had any IRL interactions? And if so, what was the craziest one that you remember?
Craziest one is hard, but I've had probably over 1,000 interactions. Yeah, I think because, look at me. I'm like a cartoon character. Like out of anime. Like I wear the same exact thing every day. That's not like a bit. I do. That's like what I actually do. It's not hard to spot me if you know what you're looking for. I mean,
that is true.
Pretty recognizable. It's a pretty common thing. I will say, the one time I was recognized once inside of a Canes, but shout out Canes. I basically grew up on that crap. I love Canes.
Hell yeah.
I don't have them where I'm at, but I love them. So me and a bunch of friends, we do this thing where we rent out an Airbnb twice a year, and we go to some place and we hang out.
Yeah.
And one of the times we were down near Virginia, and we went to a Canes after doing something. I don't remember what anymore. This was a few years back, but we kind of like descended onto this Canes, this like group of 12 teenagers. And there was another group in there. They were like looking at me funny, and I went and I had to go to the bathroom. So I went to the bathroom. Well, I placed my order, and then I went to the bathroom. And I come back, and my friends and their friend group were talking like, "Was that Npesta?" And they didn't know what I wanted at that point, so they were like, "No, that's not Npesta. That's just some guy." But then my order was ready, and they were like, "Order for Nathan." And at that point, it was just there was no denying it anymore. I was like, "Hey guys, yeah, you got me. Well played, it's me." But it was a nice, wholesome interaction. You know, we took a photo, I think, that's up there somewhere. I like fan interactions. I remember once there was a guy who knew me. We were at Cedar Point, and there was a guy that knew me in the Millennium Force line. Or like he confronted me about it after the ride, but he was behind us listening to me and my friends jibber jabber about whatever for 2 hours or however long that takes. And then he approached me after, so I can only imagine what he heard because we have very, very weird discussions. But you got like a private video there. I think we were trying to like name every food that starts with the letter B, and it went on for like an hour and a half or something. So maybe pretty repetitive, but it was fun. But yeah, I've had some really nice interactions. I got recognized in a coffee shop once when I was with my parents, and that's why my parents were like, they started looking at me different. They're like, "Oh, this guy's big time." I'm not that big. But, you know, it's just because the whole recognizable thing. But, you know, that's always cool.
Yeah, I would say you're up there with definitely in the top 100 like most recognizable people of the 21st century. Like at least on the internet or like YouTube related. Yeah. Like 1,000,000%. Like there's
not hard to spot. We're not playing Where's Waldo here.
Yeah. You know, like the only person that you have any like relative looks towards is like Critical, and obviously there's a distinction.
And I'm like a full foot taller than him anyway. So
he's so short.
It's that.
Oh my!
I did not think he was that short when I first saw him. Like I didn't realize.
Yeah, it's insane. He is so short. He looks taller in his videos.
Yeah, he looks like he's like 5'11" or 6'5". He's like 5'5" or something. I don't remember what it was.
5'6", 5'5", something like that.
Crazy.
It is insane. And speaking of recognizability, this was a fan question I thought that was really good. What is your favorite meme of yourself?
I liked the creepypasta one because I really felt like I hit a clip there. You know what I mean? Like yes. I had an idea and it happened to me, and I did it, and I executed it exactly how it went in my head, and I was just like, best streamer of all time. I've done it today. I was so happy, and then I was so happy when I saw it blow up. Also, I was like, I did it. That's what you want right there. I did it. I made it happen. It was such a satisfying feeling because it's like one of the only memes to me that I intentionally like. I have an idea. Can I execute this? And I made it work, and it was just superb. I was super big on that.
I do really like that one. Because I don't know. I feel like if I had to pick one, I mean, obviously a reaction. You have some of those unique reactions in the game of all time, and obviously it's because like I definitely agree that you show a significant more amount of passion when you complete a level that you really want to go for compared to most.
Because it's just such a like an ordeal every time I try to beat anything. Because like if like with the thing about me, and a lot of people who watch me a lot probably know this, I'm not like bad at the game. Like my raw skill is way higher than whatever demon I've beaten at any time. But my consistency is so bad. So anytime I try to beat something, I get really close, and then it's like a whole like hero's journey type adventure for me to beat the level. So whenever I beat it, it really feels like I pushed the boulder up that hill finally, like an outcome that can't be true is happening. So it's always like a big moment for me because it's just so unfeasible when it happens. You know what I mean? So that's why it's such a big deal every time for me.
And I get that a little bit. I don't know. I suck with completing levels. So hard. The only thing I've done is Cataclysm, but I was one of those jumpers at back then when Zodiac was verified. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do sidestep to Zodiac. I'm gonna be
sidestep to Zodiac.
And I
mean,
like,
Zodiac's a real level to jump to.
It is.
Why not?
It was just like it was so bad, but nowadays, like I mean, the progress is better, not by much, but but
you can do it. You can do Zodiac. Anyone can do Zodiac. We can talk about this later, but the all levels used to be beatable by anyone for the most part. And Zodiac is definitely within that range. Probably 100%. True last. No, Tartarus is probably true. The true last top one that like anyone could beat. You just have random. I used to miss that part. I used to be in the list team a while, and sometimes you would just get literally a random name you've never heard of beating the hardest level, and you have, is this real? Did this guy actually do this thing? And it was a lot of fun. Obviously those times are past us, but it was a lot of fun. I also kind of jumped the Cataclysm, but that's because this was 2017. I jumped from like Windy Landscape to Cataclysm, which isn't a jump really. It was like 4 levels in between those two. Like, it's over with. You know what I mean?
No, back then. 100% though. At the time, that would have probably definitely seen as like a feat.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, it was. I progressed to G really fast because I had spent so long not being allowed to play it on weekdays. I think I've talked about this before, but I literally used to only be able to play on weekends for a few hours and never on the weekdays. So anytime you got me in front of a computer, I was playing like I was just manic. You know what I mean? Like I was like, you cannot waste this time. We have to go right now. Like I was serious. And so then when I was allowed to play whenever I wanted, it was like for the first few months, I went from like Windy Landscape to Bloodbath, no problem, because I had the passion, and then it went somewhere, and it was just awesome.
Yeah, I wish I had that mindset early on in the game. Like I had so much time because my parents were so like more laxed about me playing video games as long as I did well in school. I didn't. But
I didn't either. You're good. Hey, they did all that. I still didn't do that good in school, so it doesn't really. I don't think it matters that much.
True. I mean, F students are inventors.
Yeah.
But I actually did think about this while you were talking about your favorite meme, because there is like a clip of, I think it's your codependence video, where it's like, can there be a tech call day? And you're like, tech. Oh, right. And I wish that was
another really good implementation.
I wish that was I wish that was a meme format. And I want to ask, like, which meme do you wish, or which like clip of yours do you wish was a meme?
I probably have so many good ones. Here's the thing you got to understand about me. My memory is the worst. Out of anyone you've ever talked to in your entire life, I probably have the single worst memory. When I watch my videos that I upload, it's like I'm like the rest of the audience. Like I've never seen this before. Like what are you doing? Like I literally forget every single thing that happens unless it's like super notable. I did but this one did kind of blow up with the game clip. If you have any knowledge about that.
Oh, I don't think I do.
The game clip. I was trying to like get the ID for like I don't know visible ray or something, and
Yeah.
I copied the ID from chat and I copy and pasted it like in the search bar, and it just said game. And
Oh,
I was so confused by it. My reaction was just so bewildered.
I remember
That's
that.
something that, yeah.
I also know. I remember a similar one where you like copy and pasted "please" into the search bar as well. I remember that one too. Dude,
Now I do.
Those are so awesome.
Please.
And then you say "no, please" after you pasted it. It was golden. It was amazing. Like, oh, you have the best.
Now I remember that. I barely think about my actions sometimes when I'm just doing stuff.
I just think you have the best like. Oh, I would say clips, but only because like they're actually natural, and that's what makes them amazing.
That's the thing. Like I don't clip farm because I don't even know how I would do it. I have to be me. There's no like I can't like put on like an extra layer of whatever. You know what I mean? I'm very much. So I don't think there's a good chunk of my clips that went pretty big, but like there's not like an infinite amount of them. You know what I mean? Because there's only so many moments that are like that crazy, and those moments are special to me when they do happen. It's just like but. I'm a very expressive guy, so whenever those moments come up, it's usually something that's memorable.
That's low-key why. That's low-key one of the reasons why I put you on the. I don't think you saw the Zoink interview, but we did like this.
I think I did.
This GD Mount Rushmore. I imagine you get the gist of that, and I put you on it because it's like, so we did player, creator, content creator, and hacker, and I think you were. Content creator for me. I don't remember
the other hackers that aren't just like we have Space,
Absolute,
Not to Fly, Absolute. Yeah, sure.
I put him on there. I said him or Cyclic because Cyclic was like the first one to impact the game and also kind of like he admitted to it.
Yeah,
and that's was really nice.
Yeah, I have more respect for someone like that than someone like Space. Obviously,
yeah.
I mean, I don't have much respect for hackers in general, but hey, if you're gonna admit to it, that's better than not, right?
Yeah, and I brought that up because, of course, I have it written down to create a GD Mount Rushmore with you. Because
I'm excited.
I thought with you,
like fun.
Yeah, I thought with you it would be most fun so far.
Yeah.
So it's
I'm down.
Yeah, it's player, creator, like level creator, content creator, and then hacker. We will start with player.
Okay, player. How many? There's 4 people on that mountain, right?
Yeah.
Let's make sure. Okay. 4 most influential players of all time, in no particular order. Definitely Zoink. I mean, come on, right? Zoink, technical, the easiest 2, and then you have to think. Oh, there's so many like other answers that you could go with here. I almost don't want to say Riot as much as you would expect me to, because I don't know how, like, I guess he was kind of influential, but not as much as some of the other people that I think of, just because like yes, he had like 2 levels and they were really big, but I don't think those levels would have like not existed if he didn't exist. Bloodbath maybe wouldn't have existed in the same way, but like Cataclysm was going to exist no matter what.
Yeah.
Bloodbath is like really the only one. Whereas I can attribute, like, that's the thing, you can attribute like a bajillion trillion levels to Zoink, right? And Tech verified a lot of stuff too, which makes the rest of the list so difficult. Like nSwish didn't verify that much stuff. You know what I mean? Like nSwish just kind of beat the list.
That is very true.
Yeah. But then it's like, who else? I almost want to say like Knobbelboy. I almost want to say Knobbelboy for player, but then that's not really fair. But like Knobbelboy changed so much.
I will support you on that. I glaze him so much for thinking he was the only player to ever be the absolute best, because he both created what people saw as the best level in the game, God Eater at the time, and verified the #1 spot. Like, I don't think anyone is gonna come close to that ever again.
Yeah, no, I don't think anyone has that like that. I'm actually going to put Knobbelboy in there because I think if we're just talking about players, not just for their skill, but like how much they changed the game. Knobbelboy's Bloodlust streams, amongst all of his, like he was involved in a lot of levels too, and beat a lot of levels. I like his Bloodlust streams, like especially to someone like me and a lot of the people that were big in my generation, like those Bloodlust streams kept the community afloat in a time where I don't know if it would have otherwise.
Yeah.
So I think Knobbelboy would make that list for me. If we're just talking about how impactful he is as a player, I think that does it for me. And then we have to have one more. Ooh. Like, who else matters like that? No one else matters like that. Like, anyone else would be a step down, I think. Like, at least that's instantly... Like, Sunix and nSwish land in the same place in my head, where they're both... Like, they both were demons, but they didn't, like, verify that much stuff. You know what I mean? Like...
I think... I don't remember who I put as a player. I probably just said Riot, but now that I think about it...
It might be Riot. It might... Like, there's some names that come to mind... Like, Trusta comes to mind, but he wasn't involved in that much stuff. Like, it might be Riot, even though it seems like there's some other answer that I can come to, but it's not coming. So I guess I'd have to answer Riot because he did change the game a lot. I just figured by mumbling on here would come to some other more satisfactory answer, but I think that's it. So I think that's my 4 for that.
I might bring up a little bit of a controversial take, but Michigan.
How much did Michigan add to the actual, like... He was really good. Yeah,
he was good. I feel like he brought a new, like, sense of star grinding, because at the time...
Oh, he did, yeah.
At the time, once looking at top 1 completions was more impressive, it was kind of overshadowed, and then Michigan was there to kind of, like, keep the star grinding alive.
It's true, and he was massively. That's not a bad suggestion at all. Side note, can we talk about how crazy Mr. Spaghetti is? He beat every level. It's not an extreme.
God,
what?
Like 40,000 levels? That's insane.
And they're like half those levels are bad, man. Like, no. Most of the levels up on the servers are just complete trash. I don't know how you can sit through that. Especially those insane demons. Oh my god.
There's so many.
I could see a genuine argument for Michigan. Because, like, I don't think about the star grinding community as much as other people, obviously, but, like, he was massively influential to that. Yeah. And especially if we're bringing up Knobbelboy for the effect that he had on the greater community, I think that Michigan probably does. Yeah, I can see that. There we go. All right, there's my list. Wow, that took a long time to get through just one. But it should be easier for the other ones, I think.
Yeah. This next one, we'll do creator. So, like, level creator. Right. This should be a lot easier.
Kermal, obviously, for me. Kermal is the GOAT. And I don't mean to sit here and glaze too hard, but oh my god, no one was doing it like that. No one has done it like that since. What even is that, huh? Like, how do you do that? It's like every level was an experience, and that's what I'm missing from a lot of creators now. They're making levels that are all cool and flash better, but they're not experiences. Lit Fuse is like an experience. You know what I mean? Like, every level is like, even like Heartbeat it's a thing. You know what I mean? It's always a thing. Falling up is a thing. It makes you feel a certain kind of way.
Alive is a thing.
Yeah. It's a thing. Alive is a thing. I remember being so confused by it. We didn't have hitboxes back then. It's just like stay in the middle somewhere. We don't know. Weird level. Okay, so that's obviously the super slam dunk one. And then as far as creators, I think Serponge deserves a spot for sure. Serponge made a million trillion things that no one thought would be possible otherwise.
1 billion%.
Yeah, I think the game would be in a much different spot without him. Even if a lot of his concepts are like one-off things, it inspired people to start to think outside of the box. You know what I mean? In like ways they wouldn't otherwise. And I don't think anyone was gonna do it like him. My brain wants to immediately then pivot to FunnyGame, which might end up being something I end up going with because FunnyGame made so much stuff that no one else was doing as well. So I think yes, but then there's still something I'm missing. Who else is like massively important to this game in terms of creating?
Flick, another controversial one, but Zobros.
Zobros did make a lot of stuff, but I don't think he was as influential as a lot of people think he was. I think he was just in a very active time of the game. Although he did have a lot of levels that are very influential.
True. 9 Circles.
9 Circles.
9 Circles is in crazy virality.
I low-key forgot. Dude, I forgot you made that for a second. I was talking about this on stream recently. I think 9 Circles is the most influential level ever made because I think every other popular level would have gotten made anyway. Like,
Yes.
oh, a hell level. No, like people were gonna think of hell levels otherwise. I don't think Nine Circles, the specific way that we view it, would have existed in that way if he didn't make that level.
I agree.
Right? Like, every other thing is something that was gonna happen eventually. I guess dude, I gotta put Zobros on there because Nine Circles is the most influential level to ever happen. So it has to be him on the list.
No, I fully agree.
So there's that.
I think the only thing to ever come close to Nine Circles influence is like Lonely Travel. Like I feel like
That's true.
that would be a good second place.
Lonely Travel was crazy. I don't think we had a lot of long levels like that before.
Mhm.
Dude, I wish Eon made more people make more Eons. I love Eon. And I think, honestly, Ren is starting to get to the point where I might even consider putting Ren on that list somewhere. Ren has so many projects that I think are really interesting. I've been a big fan of Ren for a while now.
I love his Breaking Bad series. That's so funny to me.
Those levels are better than I thought they were. Fun fact, I don't know if I've talked about this on stream. Maybe I did, but when I switched to bypass in 2.1, because I played on native 240 for the longest time. When I played on bypass, I beat Gustavo Fring, in I don't even know, a very small amount of time, because I got this I just thought it was easy because I was in a state of change from 240 to 360.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just oh, this game is easy. I understand. It's not a hard thing. And then later I found out it's this actual it should be on the extended list level, and I just never knew about it because I was just overconfidence can really take you places if you just don't know what the hell you're doing. Sometimes I wonder if players didn't know that a level was 70 on the list or whatever, if they just beat it faster because they'd be less intimidated by it. Because that was a very strong case of that for me. It was not challenging. I just did it because it just, I was in my head I was oh, that's probably medium tier extreme. Who cares? It's easy. But yeah, Ren levels have only gotten better as time progressed for me. And I'm a big fan of his stuff. So at some point I could consider that. Yeah, for sure.
All right, and now, content creator.
Honestly, I think, and this is obviously going to be biased because I'm putting myself on it, but the community got it right when we ranked all the the most influential content creators of the game, and it was EVW : and then me. I would put those are the three in that order, the most impactful on the game, probably. We wouldn't be nowhere without EVW, dude.
A million percent. He carried the content creation scene.
Yeah, we would be nowhere that. So I think that's the easy part, and then I'd have to place a fourth for content creator, which is tricky because there's a lot of really impactful people in the scene.
Yeah,
that's hard to honestly, it might be Vortrox
I was
by
gonna
now,
say
dude.
Vortrox.
Vortrox is massive. You know what I mean? Vortrox is pulling numbers I never even thought were possible.
Me neither.
Stuff he's doing, dude. Jesus Christ. And I have a lot of respect for Vortrox. I've talked to him behind the scenes. He's a very, very passionate guy. That is something that I can respect a lot. All of the four people that I placed on there, myself included, are very, very passionate about the game. And that's really all you can ask for, right? You want your content creators to give a shit, right? You want them to be passionate about the game they're playing. And so I guess that's the easiest one for me. You could probably maybe swap Vortrox with some other people, but honestly, probably not. There's not... GD hasn't seen that many, really big content creators that are that passionate about the game. I mean, there's a lot of other people I could get mentioned to, a big fan of King Sam a lot, big fan of what he does. And, but, I would say that the top four is pretty set in stone, all things considered.
Yeah.
For right now.
And I just wish the shorts creators that we got, if they are passionate, I wish they would show it.
I have no idea what the hell they do. I occasionally I'll be on stream and have you heard about Lemon Demon who has 10 bajillion trillion subs on YouTube? I don't know what that is. I don't.
That's a funny one. You freaking Lemon.
I have no idea what's going on there. I just know they're getting numbers only Jesus could pull. I have no idea what they're doing on there.
Yeah, freaking this dude by the name of It's Zedar, 6 months to hit 10 million.
It's Zedor. How is that? How can someone get 10 million subs in the game I play? I've never heard of them. It's Zedor.
In less than a year. It was so frustrating.
What does their content look like? This is the hardest Geometry Dash level of all time with the text appearing or something. Is that what they do?
Worse. They're clicking to a level, and it's. Do you know what Italian brain rot is?
You just broke my brain with that. Italian brain rot? No idea what that means.
You are actually the luckiest person on earth. Oh my god, it is.
Is that a real term that means anything?
It's Italian brain rot, and it's like a song, and the lyrics in it are like Indonesian or Singaporean or something. I don't even know.
So not Italian then.
I don't even know why it's called Italian. And he just clicks to like custom made levels, like a world's hardest jump duplicated 200 times, and it's like just click to the beat, and it's 50 million views, and I'm like, why?
I mean, those views aren't even real. It's just people like going like this. Like, I guess they're views, but they're just there anyway. Like, it's not like you have to, like, you know what I mean? There's no discovery process, really. You're just there if you're there. I don't know. It's stupid. I don't know.
And I guess this might be the hardest one, but hacker.
Yeah, well, okay, Absolute is number one.
Yes.
No, the game is nowhere without Absolute. Like, honestly, there's Rob Top for making it, and then Absolute for making the other half. Like, it's
yep.
And I quite literally mean the other half. Like, we would literally be nowhere. No star pause switcher, no anything. You have nothing anymore. Like, how would you make that happen? Nothing. You have nothing. He was like the whole reason anything even happened. Like, levels would be 10 million times easier. We went. The community might not have even made it. We might not even like have decided it's worth it. Before we had all these tools, you know what I mean? People may have just decided it's not worth it to make a harder level because you got to do all these extra steps and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Like, without him, nothing.
And he was so ahead of the time. A lot of people don't even realize that Mega Hack dates back to 2016.
Yeah, it's ancient.
It is.
Like, it has been with me as long as I've been playing the game, pretty much. Like, it's always been a thing that you can use. Like, I barely know it without it.
I loved the icon hack since the day I got
it. Yeah. We all love icon hack. Everyone's using icon hack. I'm not unlocking that shit. Sorry to say, but
if it gets
I want to think I'm getting it.
If it gets banned off the list, I guess I never have a list record.
Yep. Sorry. Too bad. Who made Geode? Was that one person that made Geode? I have no idea.
I don't know either.
Because that's worth discussion, right?
True.
Geode is also massive.
Geode is really good.
Yeah. Well, okay. I know Sizzy made Click Between Frames, so that is also on the list, because without Click Between Frames, I don't know what would have happened in 2.2. Nothing good, probably. It would have been a lot more infighting and complaining, and there already is infighting and complaining. But
CC count under hacker, or do we care?
I mean, if we're counting Absolute,
that's a good point. That actually is a really good point.
It's a very similar thing.
Basically,
you're hacking the game in a way that wouldn't be otherwise. So I think,
that's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah, but without Click Between Frames, I mean, you know as well as I do, when the game went to, and we could talk about this later if you'd like to, but 2.2, the physics being so out of whack, if we didn't have a good fix to that, I don't know what would have happened, really. So that's massively important that we found a way to make that work.
Yeah. Who else?
And then obviously SpaceUK, because he pushed the game forward by, we were always going to get there, but it was going to take longer. You know what I mean? There's a reason you don't see people over the age of like 20 that are able to beat hard levels when that wasn't really a problem before. Like, here's the thing. In general, like, and a lot of esports will see this too. People, when the game is relatively consistent, people are able to keep up to a rather older age.
Yeah.
But the problem is when you accelerate it like Space did. That's why it's so upsetting. It didn't need to happen. And we could have gotten there more naturally, and it would have been a lot better. And it would have been a lot more fair because the people like me that were good before it would have had more of a fighting chance. One of the only, there's only like a few cases of people that are older. By older, I mean like 23. I'm not talking about like real old, that are able to like beat hard stuff. Is Setaran. Shout out to GOAT Setaran. Beat Silent Clubstep and Cupid Circles. Insane player. And Diamond Splash, who's beaten like Kyoki.
Yes.
There's probably some other people like that. But it's a lot harder
my GOAT.
Yeah, Diamond Splash my GOAT as well. But you know what I'm saying? Like, the problem for me, there's so many problems with Space. Obviously, the money that he stole, the people, fame, all that is bad. But what's also bad is a lot of people that played the game past, like post SpaceUK, think it was like a good thing for the game because things got harder. But the thing is, things are better when they get harder in a more natural way in the first place. Whenever we have those big jumps, it's not very good for the game, and it causes a lot of weird alienation and
Yeah.
it causes a lot of people. The only people that are able to keep up with the people who got into the game after it was already made the standard. You know what I mean? And I don't really care about the game being harder as more as I care about the people in it having a good time. Because, like, I think there's something to be said about levels eventually getting too hard and just not being fun for any person. And while that may be inevitable, I just think it's kind of sad that we were getting there so fast when we didn't need to. And we could have all these interesting levels in between that now never even had the chance to be birthed. I think that's the saddest part for me.
Yeah, I do want to add on to the SpaceUK quote unquote being good for levels getting harder. I agree with you. I don't think it needed to be through a hacker, but I do think the good thing that did come out of SpaceUK is that we learned how to not be so incompetent.
I don't think we'll ever let that happen again.
Heck no.
I'm not in the demonlist team anymore, but I'm sure it's like full lockdown in there for top players. I'm sure they're serious.
Yep.
That was like probably one of the most embarrassing things that ever happened to us to be let that happen. I just can't believe it. And it was so simple. Like, it wasn't like a complicated thing at all what he did. It's the most like bare bones 5-year-old way to do it ever, and it works. So
yeah.
Anyway, we need one more for the list. There's influential hackers.
We got
who else was massively?
We got Sari, Andromeda, Cyclic for player hackers.
Yeah.
Who else?
I don't know though. I guess it almost has to be Cyclic unless I can come up with some other person who made a hack that matters, but not really. Probably, I mean, really, if I think Geo was made by a team of people, so we can't really count that. But Geo is still, I mean, I don't know where we'd be without her. Geo is massively useful to the game. But outside of that, I would have to probably say Cyclic, just because Cyclic existed as a way to push Riot. Like, Riot and Cyclic were competing, which made levels harder, which is a similar thing to what happened later with Space and Zoink, which made levels harder, which, as I already said, isn't exactly a good thing. But he changed the game. That much cannot be argued, you know what I mean? So it's a pretty similar situation. So if we're including Space, you'd probably include Cyclic as well. So, yeah, that's my list.
And would you be able to do one Mount Rushmore with each of those categories?
What do you mean?
Like, you only can pick one player, one creator, one content creator,
pretty easily, I would say. So player Zoink, no one's better than Zoink. No, Zoink has been here for a long time. A lot of people will say, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of people have, like recency bias, whatever the opposite of recency bias is, where they look in the past and they're like, oh, like, dude, Ryan was only like the best player for like a year and a half or something. Like, that whole time frame was not that large. You know what I mean?
True.
Like, it wasn't that big of a thing. Zoink has been in the most competitive era of GD ever, been on top for like 3 years. No one is doing that, okay? And like, he has competition and he's still, no one's doing that. There's really no argument. Unless the only way that this ever changes is if Popoff gets off his ass and like takes it seriously. That's only if he actually wants to do that. You know what I mean? Like, he probably could, but like, that doesn't mean he wants to. You need to have the passion and the skill.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's, I wouldn't blame someone for, I don't have the passion. You know what I mean? I was never like a top player. I beat hard stuff, but you know, I don't want to sit there and list grind. I don't blame him. It's not that fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't want to force yourself to beat stuff, so I totally get it. But until someone comes up that's willing to, has both of those things, someone can forever. So
1,000,000%.
Yeah. And then content creator, EVW, for all mentioned reasons before. There's no one quite as influential in the game. Creator is a bit more interesting. Most influential ever is probably
Zobros.
Yeah, it's Zobros, because I wanted to maybe say FunnyGame, but I still think it's Zobros just because of 9 Circles. I don't think there's anything you can do about that. 9 Circles is forever. It still happens. So, you know, like 9 Circles are still getting made every single day. So, has to be him. And then Hacker Absolute, because Absolute changed the game forever. So there you go.
You get Zoink, Zobros, EVW, and Absolute.
Yep, those are the ones.
That's a great lineup. And I love how you did that, too. Like, with Zoink, we did just the singular categories on each one of them. But you did 4 for each one. I really like that you did that.
Yeah, that was fun. That was fun to, like, whittle it down. Really figure out why I felt a certain way about it. You know what I mean?
I really enjoyed talking about that. That was very fun.
Yeah, that was fun. That was a lot of fun. I don't know how long we were doing that. A long time. I think it's gonna be in the YouTube bar. It's gonna be a long stretch of time.
At least 25 minutes.
At least 25 minutes. We've been about that.
And I think, we talked about SpaceUK the most. I'll go a little bit on that. Would you change the history of SpaceUK happening, or do you think
for sure?
Like,
get that guy the hell out of here, man. We had other people that could have done that. Like, I'm not even saying it wouldn't have happened. I just don't think I would have been as sharp. Like, Doggie and Zoink were already playing before any of that happened. Like, it was still probably gonna happen. It just would have been more like I don't think Slaughterhouse would have been as hard. You know what I mean? It would have been more of an intermediary jump between where it was. Because that's the thing, he verified it so fast. Usually when you're verifying stuff like that, what happens is, like, because he did it in 7 days or whatever, you know what I mean? Whatever he said, whatever crap he said. Usually what happens is, you know, you play it, you make it more realistic. You know what I mean? Like, but I for one, am very aware of the fact that the difficulty of a certain level is going to make you buff another one. Like, I'm pretty sure Firework was buffed because of Slaughterhouse. Like, it all went up because of the way that he made it. But I buffed Kenos, like, halfway through because Zodiac was a thing. And that was hack verified, of course. So it's kind of a similar thing where Zodiac wasn't even feasible realistically. I mean, here's the thing. Like, Tech could have done Zodiac before that, but I don't know if he ever would have. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if he ever would have just decided to just do that. But because it was hack verified to the state it was, when I was playing Kenos, I realized it was too easy for what I wanted it to be, and I had to buff it. It wouldn't have been as hard if Zodiac wasn't hack verified to be some standard that wasn't possible. And so I don't see why levels wouldn't have done a similar thing. Like, Slaughterhouse would have existed. I don't think it would have been as hard. And then other levels wouldn't have been as hard around it. Like, Firework would be like 30 on the list right now, or 40 or something like that. Well, you know, just barring all the other levels that existed because of that cascading effect. But you know what I mean? Like, it was an unnatural jump from Tartarus to Slaughterhouse that would not have happened otherwise. I am very confident in saying that. It would have been a jump. It wouldn't have been giant. It wouldn't have been a cliff.
That's actually a really good take on that. I think, because I was like at the beginning, like, I definitely think a little differently. Like, I definitely think like, I wouldn't change SpaceUK, but I don't know. I think everything with the difficulty jumping and increasing, I would, but I think, like I said, when I think about SpaceUK, I think about our ability to catch hackers, and I think, like, it was necessary.
I mean, it's good to be. I wish we just found him sooner then in that case.
Yeah, like, I wish it was like, oh, wait, you verified Slaughterhouse? And then we figured out, like, that one dude that called him out for the wrong reason, but still called him out. And it's like, I wish that made us look into it. And,
you know, it would have, like, it still would have been an unnatural jump, but what would have happened is people would have tried to, like, if SpaceUK was considered legit for the first month after verifying Slaughterhouse, and then it was found out, people would, and I've seen this in other communities, like this happened in the Clone Hero community not too long ago too, where they will actually physically try to catch up to where the hacker was. Like, someone would have beaten that level knowing a hacker verified it. And I mean, that's what happened with Zodiac, right? We knew it was hacked before it was beaten. I'm 95% sure. I don't remember exactly, but so people would have caught up anyway, but then there would have been no Acheron because that was another, you know, so you could have stopped before then and mitigated a lot of the damage.
That's what's really nice about, like, Zodiac and Slaughterhouse, because I know a lot of the hacked levels back in the day just got, like, deleted once they're found out. But with Zodiac and Slaughterhouse, they're just left, and I guess Slaughterhouse it makes sense because, like, it already had victors, but Zodiac staying after, like,
I was surprised by that.
Yeah,
it was
like, that makes me very happy that those two levels stayed in their current states on the same account, and like, just like, I don't know. It just makes it feels like reserving history, kind of.
Yeah, it's weird that Rob, like, chooses when that rule applies.
Yeah,
you know
it is so weird. Or like Devil Vortex.
Yeah, like, that was stayed. I mean, he unrated Silent Clubstep pretty fast. That would have been weird. Can you imagine if Silent Clubstep just stayed rated that whole time? What the hell would have people done? I don't think that could have beaten that.
Dude, GD would not, like, we would be like Mega Hack V9 in 2018 somehow.
Oh my god. If people, but honestly, that may push the player base too hard. If you're trying to, like, that jump maybe too much and it just breaks off, like, it's impossible. They can't do it, so they just give up.
It's like jumping from Amethyst to somehow beating Formosa.
Yeah, like, literally, it's not, like, it just, there's too many steps that don't exist. Like, there's no way. And that was unnerfed. I'm pretty sure the unnerfed version was the one that got rated. If that just stayed like that, what the hell would anyone do to that? People still haven't been that level. It's 2025. Everyone has a SATA device and a million trillion polling rate. Like, you can't. It's still no one's been that level. Like, it wouldn't have been done.
I don't know if it would have been harder than Amethyst, but it would be harder than Tidal Wave.
Oh yeah, for sure, dude. Tidal Wave is so hard. Oh my god, I'm playing it for a video where I try to do all the waves of it.
Yes.
What the hell? Like, I don't understand how a wave like that is even humanly possible. I am humbled. Y'all got it. I don't know how in the hell you could do waves of that difficulty.
I guess I'm outliered with wave carried because I did do 23 to 36 wave.
What's your hardest?
Cataclysm. I'm like,
what do they make you people? Like, how is that even possible? I've been trying to do that for like 3 years. I can't do it.
My strategy was just like focusing really hard on the clicks because like I'm better with music, kind of like how SpaceUK said he was because he played the piano, and I just did times 0.5 speed, 0.55, 0.6, 0.65, and then I kept increasing. It works so well. That
actually works.
It works
I
so
don't know.
well.
Some people it doesn't work for, but that it works. Like I would not have been able to do any of the tidal wave parts if not for that, and that's been helping me. I wish I could click to the music, but I can't. I think it's because when I was playing the game, I had to keep my headphones off when I was playing it when I was younger because my parents needed me or something, so I never listened to the music. So I developed playing the game without listening to the music, and then I kept doing that. Like famously during Kenos, I listened to like video game OSTs and stuff instead of listening to the actual song. So I just continuously perpetuated the cycle where I never actually used the music. And then now anytime I try to learn the level with the music, I can turn it off and the exact same thing is happening on the screen. I remember I was so convinced I learned Oblivion with the music. Like I really genuinely thought that's how I did it. But the first time I ever did 17 to 100, I was listening to like breakcore at like 200% volume and I couldn't hear anything. And I was like, nope, nothing matters. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what I do. It doesn't align. So I guess I just don't play with the music for some unknown reason. I don't know why I'm like this.
I definitely like. I guess I don't face like obviously 1-to-1 problems with like sight, but I have astigmatism, lazy eye. I got Tourette's and like blinking issues. Like I have a lot of like visual problems. So I'm basically forced to do it by rhythm, and the fact that you can do it by sight with those problems, like that is
horrendously unoptimal in my brain.
It's so
the music.
That is impressive.
Considering my vision is not good at all.
That is
like why? How am I even good? How did I even get good when you don't even use the like my vision doesn't work. My astigmatism is really bad. I got like crazy visual snow too, so it all just kind of blurs together.
Oh, freaking! I have that too. Those freaking like worm thingies that are in your eyes.
Oh no, those are floaters. I get those all
floaters.
the time.
Floaters.
Yeah.
I have those.
Floaters are the worst. I have a million of them, and they keep multiplying. Who knows why or how? But they're there. They're like fragments of your retina or something that's floating around forever.
It's why I like darker levels because I can't see them when I'm playing them.
Yeah, I agree. I like levels. I don't like visually crazy levels where there's so much crap going on because I just get it's a lot. It's floaters and the visual snow and everything.
And I don't think I even asked a question for the last 40 minutes. So this is awesome. I'll try to pay.
Oh, yeah, that's true. We just got to be going off road here for a little while.
It's amazing though. This is one I saw quite frequently. How did you meet each member from the gang?
So, back in the day, this is 2018, which I guess it really isn't a day in the grand scheme of things. But I was getting better as a player, and I was watching more like Twitch, and Tech was streaming Twitch all the time. I remember one of the first things I watched him stream was like Zap Keel or something, which was really hard at the time. It was like top 10 back then. And he had a server, and I joined it just because I wanted to keep updated on his streams and whatever. And I would talk in his chat a lot. And he had this there was this special place called the Penthouse. It was like a VC called the Penthouse, where if you were like close to him, you could join that channel and whatever. And sometimes he would stream in there. And the way that I met every gang member was through that channel. Like we all just watched Tech a lot, and we gradually got to know more, and we were allowed access to that place. And eventually what ended up happening is we would join that VC all the time, and then people that weren't us four would join that VC, and we would just kind of be like, oh, I kind of wish it was just us four. And then we realized, wait, it could just be us four. Let's just go make a group chat and F out of here. You know what I mean? So that's what we did. But here's the thing about us: we never, ever, ever had like there's no gang group chat ever, literally. And I don't know why we did this. Every single day, we would just make a new one every single time. We would just like DM each other, like, "Hey, you on? I'll add you to this new GC." So it is the same 4 assholes every single day joining this GC. Occasionally, you would get like guest members, like every 1 out of 10 days. Over and over again, and so that's how it formed. We just met Tech there, and then at that point we were just playing GD every day in that call, and that's how it all happened.
Yeah, I do that same group chat stuff too. I never keep one specific for friends.
now I have more consistent GCs. But back then, I mean, there's probably legitimately 500 GCs with the same 4 people in rotation. So
that is amazing. Yeah, I share over 100 mutual group chats with Vix, and it's just me and him. 2 members in a group chat, and there's over 100 of them. It's because everyone else leaves and we don't.
Yep. Yeah, I there's so many, I never leave a group chat ever. So there's so many where it's just me alone or me and like Gizbro or something, some formation of people like that.
Yeah, I learned to not leave stuff and delete stuff like I used to. Just growing up. But I have a feeling you genuinely do not care, but I don't know why I saw this question so much. But how do you feel about Doggie passing you in subs?
You got it. I do not care, bro. I'm surprised it took that long. Honestly, with how big his streams are, dude.
Yeah.
He's pulling generational numbers streaming that thing, dude. I'm surprised it doesn't have 1.3 million. Honestly, with viewership like that.
Yeah.
Crazy. I'm proud of him though. He's a real worker, man. You know what I mean? I met him. He was like, "We're gonna do this right now," and then he did it, and then he just did his own thing, and he made it so big. What kind of work ethic even is that? I can't work like that. I'm not built like that. I enjoy what I do, but I'm not. He is really, really passionate, and that is I can't imagine a person who deserves where he's at more than him. Seriously, no one works harder. No one. He is insane.
Yeah, I could not. It's he told me that even if, I asked him, he told me even if SpaceUK was either A, legit, or B, never outed as a hacker, that Doggie would still be the verifier of grief. And it's
yeah,
it's what you said, it just doesn't feel like someone else could fit those shoes. It doesn't feel like
no one else could do it.
He could do the content he does. And oh my god, I told him this after the interview. This is really embarrassing to say publicly now, but I had a parasocial hatred for him back in May of 2020 because 3 weeks before he uploaded Alphabet Extreme Demon, I had a screenshot of me having this long wall of text saying, "Guys, I have this great idea," and I was too bad at the game to pull it off, and he did it. And I hated him for 2-3 years, and then I just grew. Obviously I was a child at the time. And I told him that, and he said he got it from nSwish, and now I'm oh, so I have to hate nSwish.
Yeah, new person. I hate that. I can't talk about it too much, but I've often in life come up with that idea that I'm this is it. I've done it. Most genius idea any humans ever come up with, and you look it up, it's already happened. And it's because it's annoying because you came to that idea independently. You know what I mean? So it feels unfair. It's well, what's the point then of thinking? Everyone's already thought about everything that's already available to be thought about. So all life is pointless. It's the most annoying feeling of all time.
And
I'm so glad the roulette thing was no one had done it. I was oh my god,
it was influential as hell. And I think the only reason why I was so mad was because I always thought to myself, because he's so good at the game, and I think this first one was Allegiance, and the fact that would take him a week, there is that slight chance I had the idea at a point in time that he didn't. And I think that's what always made me mad.
Yeah, because it's just oh, I could have done it. I hate that feeling. It's the worst. It's in my top 5 probably most annoying feelings. Yes, it's surprising how commonly it comes up. It's so annoying. I don't
know. Humans are getting very progressive, very smart.
And there's so many of them.
Yeah, too many. Guys, there's too many humans. Oh, what?
There's too many humans. If you have a good idea, someone else has already had that idea, bro. For the most part, there's trillion people. But sometimes you do it. You just gotta keep mining.
That is
the problem
true.
is like sometimes you find the diamonds and you find out someone already has a mass manufacturing diamond production thing upstairs. You know, that's the problem. The problem is you have to come out of the mine to find out about that. You know what I mean? You can't just like you can't know about the idea first and then come up with it. You have to come up with it and then find out if someone's done it before, which is the annoying part.
Yeah,
that's part of it. It's just part of it.
That's why doing idea mashups is a good idea. That's really smart because I remember Secret Way was basically GD content with some other format completely unrelated, and Vix was like, hey, let's do this, you know GD? And I'm like, sure, and it worked. And with the interviews, it was literally one of my friends, shout out to you, Takane, he started doing the interviews, and I was like, Vix, why don't we just optimize them and do them? And Takane obviously he wasn't upset. He's been doing stuff that actually has been doing well as well, so it's actually really cool. And like Secret Way is like 99% like unoriginal ideas, but like kind of optimized and mashed up ideas.
Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of people don't realize. Hey, a lot of the ideas that exist like already exist, but you can sometimes put them together.
Yes, it's like, so fun.
There's so many there's so many multi ideas that you can put together, and a lot of my greatest ideas are coming from just cramming already made concepts. Like, dude, the Earth has been around for a long time, and humans, a pretty long time as well. Like, you're probably not going to come up with something that's entirely new, but you can put the blocks together in a different way. You know what I mean? Like, that's what you can do, and that's something that will always probably have room to grow into, which I think is really nice. At least it's not all over forever. That's nice.
Yeah, 1,000,000%. And you briefly mentioned the Extreme Teaming Roulette, which quickly gotta say one of the top 5 greatest GD ideas. I gotta give it to you. It was really good.
I can't believe it. I didn't even do anything. It just spawned into. I don't know. Like literally, it was just there.
You gotta.
I don't know why. I'll never know why it happened. Like it just happened.
You gotta walk up those stairs one day again.
Like you get that lucky in life like one time. That was it. That was like.
Oh.
Like, where did it even come from? Like, why does that even happen? I don't know, but it was just like it's not something I necessarily feel proud of because like no effort was spent to like it just spawned in there. I don't know what to tell everyone else. I just got lucky. Like it just happened. Like I don't know for what reason, but I'm not complaining. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I wish it would make some more often. That'd be nice, but there's nothing like that, I think. But wow.
And
it was so fun to make that series too. That was like the most fun I had playing the game, probably.
Definitely my
so unique
favorite. Number 1 favorite series from you, and I think it's a lot of people's.
Because it's like an actual journey.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like it starts out so like mundane, and then it gets more serious, and it's cool.
The freaking moment where you got Zodiac call back to when you predicted it, like at the beginning was.
Can you believe that? We didn't set that up or anything. Why did that happen, dude? Like that's so perfect. Like I was feeling so many emotions in there, but one of them also was like, wow, life is a movie and I'm the character in it right now. Like that's what it did. Like it felt so cinematic, dude. It was awesome.
Oh.
I cannot believe it did that for me. Like imagine with some like level like it could have been Carnage mode if I didn't have to skip absolutely. Like it all ends on Carnage mode. Like
just so anticlimactic. It
felt like it was in an anime. Like seriously, it felt like this is really really happening. I guess for some reason it was just insane.
Oh, and it made
so
the
awesome
finale so good. And if you had the skill to, would you ever try a newer modern roulette?
Yeah, I think I would enjoy that, but I wouldn't because I don't have the skill. Like there's so many like back then I couldn't do anything. I mean, enough time has passed. I've said this like enough time has passed that someone could do it again and it would be a lot of fun, I think. But I think you got it. Like you can't be Zoink.
Yes.
But you can't be me. You have to be some guy in the middle. That anything up there is theoretically feasible, but like it would still take a really long time. You know what I mean? Like there has to be the sense of struggle. You know what I mean? There has to be some conflict. Like, can I do this? What will I be able to? Blah 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 blah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's important.
Come on, Doggie. You're the good creator, content creator.
Doggie might actually be too good for that, dude. I think Doggie's like a sleeper top like 5 player right now.
Oh, 100%.
I'm not even sure much could move him realistically, dude. Honestly, and this is completely unsolicited advice. But I think he should take a break for a little bit just to beat some other top 10 to like get the memory fresh. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I feel like he's kind of stuck in place with this grief thing. At least I would be. That's the mistake I make so much. Like I'm not trying to talk like I'm any better because I do this all the time. When I try to verify or beat anything, I play it over and over and over again. But it's often useful to just get your brain to do literally anything else for a little bit, and then you come back and you're better. And that's what I would do. Like, because I think he could beat like whatever the hell he wants in like 3 weeks max, no matter what. Like I think he's that powerful.
Oh, 1,000,000%. I mean, what he took 2 times on grief streams, he took a break for tidal wave in like 56 to 100.
Like it was nothing. Like literally, like I remember watching that. Like, oh, he's just not gonna die anymore, I guess. So yeah, he just kept going. Like he didn't like nothing. He didn't know at times.
It was
just insane. Like I don't think anything could really stop him. I think it would just be like he should just play a level. Maybe not like tidal wave, but just something.
Yeah.
I think he's just crazy. And I think it would give him a good like confidence boost too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it would just mow down anything.
Yeah, he I think him having Silent Clubstep as his hardest is like it needs. I don't know. It's so anticlimactic. Like it doesn't like.
Yeah, it didn't even do it as a hardest. Like it just happened to move up there too.
Like it being Acheron was cool. It being Slaughterhouse was cool. It being Silent Clubstep, it's just weird to look at.
Yeah, Silent Clubstep is not that. You know something funny about Silent Clubstep, and this you have to understand about what I'm about to say is 100% serious. Like I was going to do this. I was joking. I have a friend named Mitch, and we were joking in Doggie's stream, and we were like, Doggie, flip a coin, and if it lands on heads, I'll beat Silent Clubstep, and if it lands on tails, he'll beat Silent Clubstep. And I was 100% serious for some reason. And the whole time in chat, I was sitting there like, it won't be tails. It's not gonna be tails. I win every time. Blah 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 blah. And then Doggie flipped it, and it was heads, and I won. And I was like, easy, don't have to do it. Mitch never beat Silent Clubstep, but I would have, and that would have sucked. That would have taken me months. So, but I was serious. Like I was actually gonna do it. So I've never made a bet of that severity ever again. I don't even know why I did it. It was just complete compulsive random decision making. But now that I don't have to do it, I probably never will because that level's ass, dude. Why would you ever put that? Like, here's the thing. Okay, yes, like it's not worth your time. Like I would never beat Slaughterhouse for a similar reason. Like you're just wasting your time not doing the thing that actually matters. It's not. At least at my age and where I'm at in the game, I'm not gonna sit through that. Like I never beat So Cupid Circles, for instance, because you're sitting there in the pre-drop for 100,000 years. Like, think about how much of your time of your day you're wasting in the pre-drop of Cupid Circles doing nothing. Like, I don't want that. I want to play levels where, you know, I'm getting to the action really fast. And Silent Clubstep is kind of like that in a different way, where you're just stuck in the pre-drop, dying to what feels like luck for hours and hours and hours, and that's just nothing. So, I don't know. I don't want to play a level like that, and I'm glad I don't have to. So
that's why I like Kyuki.
Yeah, that level really, I won't go for it because I know myself enough to know that it becomes muscle memory, and I don't have muscle memory. So, but it is fun fact is one of the only top 30s to be in like the top 10% of like enjoyed extremes. It is people like that level. It's a good level, and I really wish I had the skill to do it, but I know that it would make me so mad. I could like teleport into the future and see myself just bleeding, and I don't need it. We don't need to get mad at that. Because it's a good level, and I don't need to ruin that by being bad at it. So, but it is an awesome level. Big fan of that level.
Oh, what's a good one? Shoot. This one. Oh, this one's really funny. Are there any revisions to the cereal tier list?
No. You want to know why not? Because I can't eat cereal anymore. Because now I'm gluten free because my body hates me, and it just randomly decided. So that cereal tier list is probably stuck in stone forever because can't do it anymore. So the thing you have to understand about me is my body just kind of gets stuffed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It just kind of happens to me. I was completely fine. I used to actually eat my habit. I mean, this is a stupid habit. Don't do this, but I was 19, so I didn't care. Is I would order a Jersey Mike's giant sub every day, and then just and that was my meal for like the full rest of the day. And it was awesome because then I didn't have to think about eating for the entire rest of the day. But probably not good for my stomach. For it's not meant to take a gigantic Jersey Mike sub every day at around like 5 p.m. That's not the way to live. But I used to do that every day, and then all of a sudden it just didn't go right. And I thought maybe I was just like overeating. You know what I mean? Because I was eating a lot of food. So I was like, damn.
Yeah.
I switched to like other stuff. I switched to lighter stuff, and it was still happening. And that's when I got like a test done, and apparently, like just completely randomly, I have an intolerance to it now because I do. So that's over with. But you know what? It's not so bad because I am 23. I don't need to be eating cereal. That's not a real meal anymore. You know what I mean? Like cereal's got a lot of sugar. I need oatmeal, which I can still eat because it's not gluten, so I'm all good. My oatmeal recipe from however many years ago is the exact same as it was. Feel free to try it. I do it every single morning. I will not change. I'm going to be 50 years old doing that exact same thing. You cannot stop me. This is what I do. Let me see. That's why I do it, because it works out. You know what I mean?
Let me see if I can remember it. I know you put blueberries in it.
If you could remember the whole thing, I'll be very impressed.
I know you put no way. You put half and half.
Yes.
I don't. You do microwave it.
I do. Yes.
You put strawberries. A couple strawberries. Crap. No.
Strawberries.
Is it?
Blueberries and strawberries would be too much.
True.
Be purple.
Is it just just blueberries?
Yeah, just blueberries.
Okay. Yeah.
I love blueberries.
And then
also, quick shout out to the 5 people this may apply to. If you have a Wegmans near you, get the Wegmans Jumbo blueberries. They're the best ones by like Zoink compared to other players of blueberries. Okay, you need to get them. You will not regret it. You will be thanking me for years to come. Just thought I'd throw that out there for the people that might apply to. So,
cinnamon?
No cinnamon.
Brown sugar?
You know what though? That's not a bad idea. I like cinnamon.
Do you put brown sugar?
I do. Yes, brown sugar is the one that I do.
Is that it?
Molasses or something. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And then I do milk and water as the base.
I kind of remembered.
You said almost all the stuff. It's pretty impressive.
I think I watched that Day with Npesta video like the last time I was just like a year after it came out.
Yeah.
It was like
2022 now.
Something like that. Yeah, no. That was a funny video. That is my most hyped video because I know I had friends that were like telling me at the time like, what do GD players actually do? And you're like one of the first to actually like give a full documentary to show it. Yeah. And it was a good step to kind of being more of a transparent content creator. And I think
because a lot of my like brand now, or not even brand, but like what I do is very based on just like me as a person.
Yeah.
Like I don't really bother with like the other stuff, you know what I mean? So it's very, I wouldn't do a video like that now because I'm smart enough now to know that I'd probably just get myself doxxed no matter where I show anything really. I mean, maybe I'll do it, I record it and then like show it after I move out or something like that. If I ever did a follow up. But honestly, not that much has changed from that video. I work out and then I play various games and do various tasks until I sleep and then I hang out with various friends. And in some order, so it's pretty consistent how I do it. I'm a man of routine. You know what I mean? I do what I do, and I do it over and over until it's done.
Hell yeah, I respect that. What do you think is the best era of Geometry Dash?
Best era of Geometry Dash. I really do think we had a good thing going before Space came along. I did like that era a lot, actually. I really did. I mean, of course, I'm biased because but I like the levels of like 2020 and 2021 a lot. Like, I just thought they were fun. And like, I guess you could say that's nostalgia talking, but like, I was the age of nostalgia. Like, I was already an adult in 2020, and in 2021, I was like 19. Like, I guess it's nostalgia, but honestly. Like, I just thought levels got better from 2018 onwards, and then around 2021, they kind of got worse, in my opinion. But I really liked a lot of levels that were on the list at the time. I thought the community was in a good spot. I thought, like, I really enjoyed, like, the content creators that were big at the time in 2020 and 2021. And it just felt like I was enjoying the fruits of my labor, because I worked a while to try to lift up the community a good bit, and then in 2021 it just felt like we were all just like chilling, you know what I mean? Like, it just felt like we did it, we're here now, this is sick, and it was just like a nice time to be. It felt active, things were exciting, things were happening, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that was my favorite era. It just felt dynamic, you know what I mean? Like, stuff was always going on. Fun.
I think I told Vortrux and Doggie this or no, I told Doggie this because I actually agreed with Vortrox when he said like now, one of the best periods. But I only say that because like specifically for content creation, because like it is really cool what people are doing in content creation. I mean, I guess I like for Secret Way we kind of like we're not impressive, but what everyone else is doing, it's so cool. And I think I stamped my favorite era having to be 2015 with like 1.9, but then I kind of said like 2020 2021 has to be like honorable mention the most nostalgic, at least the most nostalgic.
For me, obviously it's not nostalgia because I was already like
Yeah.
18 and 19, so I didn't, but it was hype. I did enjoy 2016, although I wasn't in the community, which kind of sucks, but I liked all the levels. I mean, I was active in the game even if I couldn't play anything or upload anything or whatever.
Yeah.
Like Insomniac by Glitter Shroom. I remember playing like on my iPad at like a sleepover. And I remember beating it. It was really cool. I beat like Toe 2 on like an airplane.
That is cool. Wait,
it was like the levels were very, very nostalgic from that time period from back then.
Oh my god.
Nowadays, I can't. I'll take your word for it for the content creation stuff because, as I said, I don't watch a lot of content creation.
Yeah.
But levels, like as a player, it's weird. I have a bit of a controversial take here, and I don't know if this is something that can be done. But I think the demon list. I think we've evolved past ranking things from 1 to 150. I think we should do it in like tiers now because so many levels get made now that are like of a certain difficulty range. Like the difficulty difference between like 70 and like 120 is not that large anymore. Like it's all like kind of uniform. And I think, but the problem is this is a lot of extra work for the demon list mods, which is why I don't know if it can be done. But I think it'd be more fun for everyone if there was like actual like tiers now and you place levels within tiers. Because it would just be more like inspiring to do stuff. Because I think it just doesn't work because like one unit of distance on the list can mean a lot. Like it always was kind of variable, but now it feels like a lot less and a lot more. Like even after all this time, right? After all this time, there's only like 18 levels harder than Slaughterhouse or something like that.
Whoa.
And yet there's levels that were like 30 before that are like off the list now. Like crazy. Because there's just so much of it. Like I just beat a level called Frost Spirit, which was like 100 on the list or something, and that's like near where Zodiac is. Like, and it was hard. It like took me a lot of time, and I'm pretty good at the game, all things considered. And it was like difficult, and yet it's only like 100 on the list. That's and that means like it's just I just think it'd be more fun for everyone if we had a more tier-like system. But that's only if the demon list could actually take that work. You know what I mean? Like if they can't, I understand totally. But as a player, we're just kind of in a weird era where there's just like there's a lot of like undesirable levels on the list, just kind of clogging everything up. Which I guess was true the whole time, but like, oh my god, there's just so much weird crap on there now. I don't know.
Yes, that's why I like the you know what the AREDL, all rated extreme list?
Yeah, I've heard of that.
It's kind of like that, but it's more so like it's kind of like oriented towards map packs, where it's like the gem pack 1, 2, 3, or like yellow pack, or like rainbow pack.
That
like
sort of stuff's fun.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, and it's like you get points on the R-rated extreme demon list for for completing everything. Kind of like map. It's basically they implemented map packs for extreme demons. And I think it's kind of similar to what you're talking about. I think it's.
Do they like actually go up and like have tiers for all the top extremes? Because I don't even know if that like exists like that.
Ooh, they might. They probably do.
Because that's definitely like, as a community, I think having a popular system like that, even like alongside the demon list, could be a lot of fun. So I'll have to look into that to see if that's like similar to what I'm talking about, because that could be a lot of fun for me.
Yeah. And you brought up was a little Frost Spirit, and I saw your VODs, and I also saw this peculiar level that you've done 17 VODs of, I think now, and I was asked about it. Are you still trying to verify super buffed low death?
Dude, so the whole reason I stopped playing that, I actually forgot that. I should go back to beat that at some point. What happened was, and this is like top 10 most stupid things I've ever done in my entire life. is I turned CBF off on the last stream, and then forgot to turn it back on accident, and I accidentally had CBF off for like 4 months, and we were going into allergy season, and I was trying to play the game, and I was doing so bad because I had CBF on, and because my allergies were getting worse. I was like, well, it's over. I can't play the game because of allergy season. Even though I just dragged. I like blamed myself before I blamed the game. I was like, oh, I've lost it for some reason. I can't do it. So I'm just gonna rest this until allergy season is over, and then now allergy season is over. And honestly, I probably should go back to finish it because there's lots of odds of that. It probably wouldn't be that hard now that I have CBF on. But that's a difficult level. I mean, I beat Frostbeard in like 5 streams or something, and I spent 1 million streams on the Super Buff loadout thing. That's probably pretty damn hard. I don't know where it goes, but if we're going in comparison, but it's fun. I like doing weird unorthodox stuff in the game for no reason. You know what I mean? Why not?
Kind of like Carmel. That's why, I love Carmel.
He's the goat. He's the goat. Lit Fuse was revolutionary. There was nothing like Lit Fuse before Lit Fuse. It was awesome.
That freaking rotation before rotation.
Yeah.
Oh, that is so impressive. Cool. Yeah. What is your lore with TCD? I know it's kind of crazy pan, but I remember Doggie was like, I think Npesta was in the group chat like 3 years ago.
It was. You know, I only remember that recently, but I never knew what. I don't remember like what happened. I probably just went inactive and got kicked or something. I like sometimes I just get like added to places and I don't like question it. Like that happened to me recently where I'm just like in a GC with like random people because I got added there. I was like, I don't know what's up. And I think it was something like that where I was in there and I was talking for a while and then I probably just stopped talking in there. Yeah. At some point. Because I don't think I was like, I didn't have like a problem with anyone in there. I don't think anyone there had a problem with me. So I don't think it was like there was no like beef or anything like that.
Yeah.
I think I just like was completely inactive at some point and they were just like, get this guy out of here. Those are
Oh, I'm dealing with flies.
I hate summer. It's almost over. It's fine. It's almost over.
Yeah, they're all gonna die.
Yeah, they're gonna go back to hell or wherever the hell they came out of. I hate them.
Especially mosquitoes. Oh, that's why I never kill the spiders in my house because they always eat all the bugs.
Yeah, neither do I. And they're chill. What are the spiders? We're at least I'm in America. There's no spiders here. They're gonna kill you except for like there's like 2 and you're not gonna find them in your house. So there's no reason to like. What do you say?
Or if you're allergic, which very, very, it's very unlikely to be allergic, and it's also very unlikely to find out. Because like I don't think.
Yeah, that's such like a specific thing to find. Like why would you when you get in a situation that you wouldn't be like, oh, I saw a spider 30 minutes ago and that's why. Like you wouldn't. How do you even test for that?
I tried to
get like weird allergies, man. That probably sucks. At least I can trace mine.
I tried to become Spider-Man and my face got all puffy.
But you probably think it was like working at first. Like you start to feel differently. You're like, it's gonna happen. It's gotta get worse before it gets better. Remember, guys? And then your face is all
oh man. Yeah. This was the other day. I was on a call with some GD friends and like a spider. Its leg span was like the size of my palm. It was so big and it scared me and it just came like down from my ceiling. It was actually like a horror movie. And then I just
looked up.
Like
I don't know why I looked up my ceiling.
Yeah, it scared me, and then I'm like, it's just a spider. He's going to eat the annoying bugs that keep showing up. He's gonna be chill. And I haven't seen the dude ever since, but I'm sure he's having
probably there somewhere. He's chilling.
Yeah, he's probably up in the ceiling killing bugs, and I appreciate him for that. I love spiders.
I don't have any like traditional fears, but I did the one of the bugs do kind of freak me out a little bit when they have the potential to hurt me. I had a thing once recently. This wasn't that long ago. I'm talking maybe June or May. No, it was before then. It was like April, where my house just like I was like eating lunch and randomly it was like infested with like hornets and wasps. Ooh. And I don't even to this day I don't know what the hell caused this to happen in the first place. I think I had like a door that was like slightly open or something, but they just started flooding me. I was like, what the hell is going on? And the worst part is I had like friends coming over in like 3 hours. And I was like, yeah, you're good to come. It's all good. And then all of a sudden it's hell in my house for no reason. So I was like, okay. So I couldn't wait around for an exterminator. They were coming now. So I had to deal with this now. So what I did was I went into my closet and I just put on as many clothes as I could, like making this like weird like hazmat suit. I got like an oven glove on, you know what I mean? Like I covered my face, I covered everything. and I just like I got like a tool and I opened a door and I just like spent the next 3 hours like pushing them out of the space, and they just didn't come back. And I don't know what. Like, what was the point of any of that? Like, why did they even come in the first place? How did they get there? Why would they not coming back? I didn't question it because at that point my friend had come and I was like, hey, what's up? It's fine. There's no wasp here, if you might ask. I don't know why you would ask, but there's no wasp. So we're all good there. So, you know,
Oh
like,
my God.
so weird. I don't know why that hell. But I was like, I wouldn't say I was nervous, but I was like, I was on edge. You know what I mean? I really didn't want to get stung by a wasp at that point. I had stuff going on, and I don't know. Small things that are moving around you can't track. I think just if they have the potential to hurt you, does freak you out a little bit. You don't know what's going on. You can't follow the damn thing.
100%. And oh my God, you are literally like a Disney character. Like that is so funny.
I'm so glad it worked, because any other outcome would have sucked ass. Like a million bad ways are gonna go. And I bet my friend finally gets here. I'm like, hello, and my hand's just a giant puppy. Like
it's like Baymax. Hello, high five. Oh,
high five. Yeah, it'd be just a giant. It would look like I'm in a giant like inflatable suit or something.
It would hurt. High five with a puppy hand. Oh my gosh. Oh. I think. Yeah, we'll keep on the TCD bandwagon. I don't imagine you probably have seen this much, because you seem like someone who's pretty not really like trying to be on the internet too much. But are you aware of people comparing TCD to the gang? And if so, what are your thoughts on that?
The only place I've seen it, because I'm not that around, is I was watching a little bit of the Doggie interview and you brought that up. So that's the only place I saw it. But like, what people don't know, well, they do know, I think, is that like that group chat's existed for plenty of years. They just decided they wanted to do something with it. Like, those guys are friends. They've been around for a very long amount of time, probably since like 2021 or 2 or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, that's and I don't mind them trying to make content out of that and doing whatever. I mean, they're in a good position. They might as well. You know what I mean?
That's a good point.
I don't really regret, like, me and the gang really never made content under that pretense. Although we like met up and like did like a stream like that. But friends. I don't like regret trying not to make more of that thing, because it was just what it was. You know what I mean?
Natural. I will say, like, I talked about this to someone in my Discord. I kind of crashed out a little bit. Like, people, it was some guy was like telling me like I'm inconsistent about my views, and it's like, because I did actually think in the beginning, because I didn't know any of the TCD members, and I was like ignorant to think like, oh, it's just some industry plant. Then I talked to Zoink. Zoink talked to Denny and everyone else and set their differences aside, because Zoink first brought it up in an interview, and I was like, it makes sense. And then I talked to Doggie, and it's like, oh, so this makes a lot more sense. So like yeah, I mean, I can see why Zoink would think that, because I don't think he was ever in that GC. Like, he didn't see it or anything else. Yeah, like it would take people that wouldn't know and to like think it's an industry plan. And that's kind of why I'm like I'm trying to tell myself, you know what, I gotta stop thinking things are industry plants now, because there is definitely always gonna, like, even if I get invited to like the private group chats, there's always gonna be stuff I don't see. Yeah, I mean, that's, and also like with the argument, everyone's an expert, you know what I mean? They all think they know what's going on. Yeah. And even when it comes to like viewpoints, also, like, I'm sure you could find an infinite amount of clips of me contradicting my own viewpoints, because I'm just saying what I think in the moment. You know what I mean? I've gotten like flack for that before, but it's like, dude, like, I'm not gonna sit here and try to meticulously make sure everything I've said completely supports the thing I said before it. You know what I mean? Like, things change, they're fluid, and I think that's the thing. You know what I mean? Like, we can't be stuck in our ways as people. We have to, you grow and learn and change, and the things you were saying 1 year ago probably you wouldn't say as you now. That's just how it works. 1,000,000%. You know what I mean? We change a lot, and that's important. That's part of growth. Yeah. That's part of it. And I like TCD now that I know more. Doggie is not telling me what to say. Better keep telling him more. What? Huh? Who said that? Doggie's gonna get you, bro. He's got shooters for real. If any GD player does, bro, he's probably got a team, bro. You don't even know. He would. I mean, he would. I made a prediction on how much he makes from Grief, and it wasn't too far off. Yeah, he's got to be making so much money from that. Oh, like, he said 100K at least from Grief streams alone. That's crazy. That is nuts, though. I don't, and then like there's a chance he probably wasn't even counting the actual like post-stream revenue, like the VODs.
Yeah.
Because if it's only donations, it wouldn't shock me that it's $10K a month, $100,000 a year.
It's gotta be included. There's no way.
Like,
It's no way.
It probably is included, but oh man, it's like that. Yes, guys, it's for the money. It made me motivated to want to become a good player and verify Ton 618. Because that's the secret way joke. Is Ton 618.
It's crazy. Ton 618.
Yeah, dude. Everyone is like, "What's the hardest level in Geometry Dash?" You might think it's Ton 618 because everyone.
Is that what all the shorts do that probably?
It was us. Everyone in our shorts feed kept saying it was Ton 618, and then we made a crash out short about it. Like, it is not the hardest level. It is not top 30, top 40. It is top 50 and it's not number 1 on any list. And it was just the whole meme for us, and it kind of still is. And like,
it was such a big. I don't know why Ton 618, because I had a similar experience there where everyone just. For some reason, everyone was talking about Ton 618 for a while. I don't know why. Like, it doesn't look that visually distinct from the other ones around it. I don't know why that was the one. But that was the one for a while, for whatever reason.
The only thing I can say is it was either one of or the first impossible level to get a full decoration. Because I know it was like 2020, I think. And I know not a lot of people, like, he didn't have the botting features that were as up to date.
Yeah.
So doing, like... It seemed kind of pointless to fully decorate a level like that, and I think Ton 618 just kind of pushed that barrier, and I think everyone memes it now because it got really popular for that.
You're right. There was no like botting thing. Then I said the waves are just like impossible.
Yeah.
You can't do that because you were just like, I don't know, try it. You know what I mean? Like,
I know. And it's how did Tosh Deluxe do all that?
Dude, I remember Tosh Deluxe's showcases used to just like the wave used to just not work. It would just like sit in the middle.
Yeah, and it had no trail. It had the player trail. It didn't have a wave trail.
Yeah, that's what we got up until then. That's what every showcase looked like. It would just sit in the middle. And half of Impossible were just that. And that's why it was hard. I was never big, even back then, because Impossible has been a thing for as long as the game has really been a thing.
Yeah.
I was never super big in them because I like when I watch levels, I like to imagine myself like playing them in some way. You know what I mean? But Impossible levels are just like, they're to me, and this is maybe this is too pretentious, whatever. But GD is kind of an art form that could be better appreciated by also playing the level as well. And so you can only get so far in my head with Impossible levels because you can't actually imagine or play them yourself. So it's kind of like they kind of just don't do it all for me. You know what I mean?
No, I agree. That's why I like I could imagine myself like there's like a possible version of Ton 618. It looks like it would be like top 10, top 5, and like.
Does that make a playable level? Like, can you make that into a level that doesn't suck complete ass, or is it just?
Oh, it probably
no matter what?
Definitely probably sucks, but they removed like 2-player feature, which good idea, and like I don't know, it's kind of like Slaughterhouse into Grief, like kind of just like immortalize or.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
It's like it's like loosely based off of it's still like a real level. Dude, I need to figure out how to like alternate or use 2-player or anything like that. I still haven't figured out how to do that. I know I could because I was really good at like Osu Mania, which is like that same kind of like jump trolling motion. And in like a game, I play a lot of Minecraft. I can butterfly like a jillion trillion CPS, so I know I can. But like this is my Sayo, right? Like I click the middle button of my Sayo. I don't have like I can't like I don't know how I would like I don't want to like click the left button too. That would just suck. But I wouldn't want to use my keyboard because it's a different switch. But like it's a big thing now. Like alternating is gonna be massive. Like if you don't know it, especially I think if GD exists, if GD continues to exist and be like a serious thing in like 2030, people are gonna be doing it. You're already seeing it like a lot more than you used to. I think it's gonna be a thing.
Yeah.
But it's what's happening. I think so.
Could buy a second sale.
I could buy a second Sayo. My friend left a Sayo at my place. I forgot about that. I need to mail that back to my friend. I completely forgot that item even existed until I was like, Sayo, another Sayo, and then it just like materialized in front of me.
Yeah, I send you my Sayo. I use a Wooting now.
Yeah, I have a Wooting full size just for other stuff. I really like the Wooting. I've had mine for 3 years or something. I have a Wooting 2HE or something. It's beautiful. Oh my god, I love it.
Yeah, I only recently invested.
It's a really good investment because it just stays forever. Like it's got good build quality and it's really good.
So. I love that they send you things to keep it clean too. Like a lot of keyboard companies do that, but it feels like the Wooting just kind of like overdoes it because
Yeah.
these keyboards are so like I wouldn't say fragile, but they're like articulate and they're very nice.
Yeah, these things are you can tell a lot of care was put into them.
Yeah,
and
1,000,000%.
they're very like purchasing from them is a good bet that you'll be able to have one. Like if it breaks, I'll be able to get another one. Like they're very good.
Yeah,
Big fan of them.
Oh,
what is that? Is that the looting up arrow? Are you an up arrow player?
Oh, I am an up arrow player. I tried the side arrow to bind it, but like it doesn't sound as good.
Yeah, my friend plays on the enter key, like on the numpad.
Oh, the numpad.
Literally this key.
Oh, yeah.
Bigger.
I did that. I had an old keyboard that was like, I think I got it 2019. And I rebinded the plus numbered pad key. I beat Necropolis with it, 8.0 with it, not XO. I don't know. I just beat so many levels right after switching to it, and then I got a sale, and I'm like, ooh, this is so much nicer. Then I got a Woody, and I'm like, oh, it's so much nicer.
I still use the Woody. I still use the sale now because I played on mouse for a bajillion trillion years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so the sale works as a good intermediary for me because I don't have to rotate my wrist in a weird way. You know what I mean? Like it's already just set up exactly where I need it to be, and I can move the SATA device around to where it's comfortable. And I have a nice mouse pad where it's not sliding around or anything.
Yeah.
So it works out really good for me, and I'm a really big fan of it.
Yeah, I liked that about the sale, and then I kind of like told myself, I need to learn to sit in a way that I can like hold my keyboard, because when I would have a sale, a mouse, and a keyboard on my computer, like I don't have a big desk, so I was always just like, oh, it's so crowded. And then I was like, you know what, I should start using the keyboard as my input device so I don't have such a crowded desk. And
so I assume you don't have a full size keyboard either. You probably have like an 80 or something.
Yeah.
80 HE.
Yeah, I don't have the full sized. And of course asked Zoink because his sounded the best. Ghosts me for like a week.
He does have a good sounding input device.
Yeah.
I thank God for that.
Yeah, and a freaking
so important. You might as well have a decent sounding input device.
And a Zoink being Zoink. I said a week, but I think it was actually just a day. He ghosted me, so I had to re-ask him, and like I asked him at the time when I'd already kind of been friends with him, which was funny. So that was something. And then
Zoink's chill.
Yeah, he's really chill. I imagine he ghosts a lot because he's the #1 GD player, so probably.
I ghost people, but not for malicious reasons. I'm just like ADHD final boss. Like I'll see a thing and I'm like, oh, I'll get back to that.
Oh.
And then I'm never getting back to that.
I'm similar.
I'm like the grand champion of that.
I'm very similar, but only with message requests. And I'm like, I'm like such an idiot. And then I have like 40 built up, and I'm like, oh god, I gotta respond to these people. And like, I only don't respond if it's like a message request with no message or them just saying hi. Because it's like
I'm not a high responder, dude. You got more. You need more than that for me to do anything about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's like when it's I'll respond with like Gert or something really stupid.
Yo is at least something. High is just useless.
Yeah,
and Yo is pretty useless too. They're both pretty useless. I also just like I'm not even like this makes me feel like I have such like an ego about it, but I'm not someone that I want to be like super publicly available all the time.
Yeah.
So oftentimes I don't reply to stuff because I don't want to like set the expectation that I'm like, super active, because I'm not that active. I'll go like days off Discord where I'm just not using it, or I won't stream for a while, whatever. So I don't want to like, it's like, but not to say I don't respond to messages, but I'm not like the biggest, because I'm just not on that much. I don't want to set the expectation that I am.
Yeah, I'm pretty opposite. I'm like on all the time. I want to talk to people, but I don't a lot because I'm just stupid.
I just have a group chats, man. That's where I talk for the most of it. You know what I mean? I just get on and spam random crap into those group chats and F off for a while.
Yeah, I do have group chats like that too, where it's the same people. But man, 10 questions left.
We're going pretty fast then, damn.
Yeah, I did actually remove some that you kind of already answered, which was pretty nice. Because you're awesome at talking.
Thank you.
Like, you're really good at talking.
That is my job. That is what I do. That's the thing. Like, I'm not really even a content creator. Like, I've made like 2 YouTube videos ever. I just talk into a camera and it works. Like, I don't know. But that makes me sound like I have an ego about it. But like, it just happens that way.
Well,
I don't know why. I think it's just like, also it's just something like, honestly, it's something that you practice without realizing it or not. You know what I mean? Like when I started streaming, I didn't talk just because it wasn't something I knew how, but I've just done it for so many years. You just learn how to keep talking, I guess, but like not even in like a useless way. I feel like a lot of people want to be able to say more, but they can't like connect the dots fast enough to do it or something. And I think it does come with practice and time.
100%.
But it's not something you can like actively practice. You just have to be doing it, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, like I guess the best example I could put in my mind, like if this was the first interview we did, oh my god, it'd be going so different. I'd be like, yeah, that's funny, Npesta. What is what is this thing and that? How do you feel about that?
It's something, you get better at everything. Like that's the best. Honestly, that is the single, maybe not the single best part about being human, but it's one of my favorite parts about being human. That's why I even like really picked up the game, because it's just such an arbitrary thing for you to improve on, and you can never stop improving with it. It's just so fun to improve at stuff. Like all my hobbies are like that. Like some things have a point, and then some things don't. But it's so cool to see yourself improve at something and then look back where you've been and be like, oh, look at this guy. He can't do anything. But now I can do this thing. You know what I mean? It's so satisfying. Literally all my hobbies work like that one way or another. It's just important to me. You know what I mean? It's awesome.
And this was a really interesting question. You don't have to answer this one because I know like this one might be a little personal. Or digging.
I don't know if there's anything I wouldn't answer. Unless you ask me my address, I'll probably answer whatever it is. So let's hear it.
What if I asked about your income and how you make money outside? Like, do you depend on GD and YouTube like being evergreen, or do you have stuff outside that you make?
No, that's mainly what I run on is YouTube and Twitch. I'm lucky to have a very consistent cast of viewers. Like that's the thing with. Well, also, I made like a lot of the videos that made me really popular in 2020 are still actively getting like a lot of views, to the point where right now I don't even have to do anything realistically to live a comfortable. I'm not going to share exact figures, but I'm good, at least for now, and for probably a decent amount of time.
Yeah.
That's also because I don't buy anything. Like I am not a high maintenance sort of guy at all. You know what I mean? I don't buy a lot of clothing. You know what I mean? A lot of my hobbies just composed of walking or doing some other thing that you don't need to spend money on. You know what I mean? I'm not a very and I'm gonna have to get another sort of gig eventually, but I do have plans for that. I won't talk about. Okay. But I do have plans outside of this that I am working towards that will involve people, which is going to be really interesting. I'm really excited to see how that goes. But I'm not strapped for cash in any way, shape, or form right now, because I'm just I'm such a lucky streamer. Like I could basically stream whatever and get like a consistent 200 viewers no matter what it is, like on Twitch, and it's like I have like streamer tenure or something, and I'm very thankful for it. I'll never take it for granted. You know what I mean? So
hell yeah, I'm
very, very lucky in that regard. And I thank everyone who has been a part of my journey to get me there, because I don't know where the hell I'd be without it. You know what I mean? It's something that, and even if things do go off the rails, I'm just the kind of guy where I'll just go wherever the wind takes me, man. Like I'll just find a way. You know what I mean? I'll always find a way, no matter what the way is. Something will get done one way or another. But right now, it's not on my radar of a list of concern. Like I don't make nothing crazy, but I make something steady, and that's good enough for me.
Yeah, that's I do kind of relate to the just letting the wind take me. I'm more of I'm more of that kind of person where it's I guess best example, if Vix brings up an idea for me to do for Secret Way, why not? We'll try it.
Let's try it, yeah. Life's a lot more fun when you just kind of just start doing stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't want to hear that, but honestly, just try things, man. Like it's fun to just do random crap, even if it doesn't work. Like you're gaining something from it. You know what I mean?
It's always a learning experience.
Yeah, like I don't know. And also for me, I would never. I don't think I could ever do YouTube like I couldn't take it as seriously as I would need to make it like a lifelong thing. Like I probably could, I guess, but I don't. Like I don't want to take sponsorships. I don't want to like try to make my content super like optimize it for anything. I never did that in the first place. You know what I mean? I made content because I wanted those videos to exist, and so they existed. You know what I mean? And so I wouldn't want to compromise that for any reason. So if stuff stopped working and I wasn't able to do that, I wouldn't then like try to fix it by taking sponsorships and trying to do all this other stuff. I would just go next. You know what I mean? Because I think life's just a lot. We're not on this earth forever, man. You got to just try stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Recently, I've been picking up learning Japanese. I'm getting pretty good at it. It's not something that I thought I could ever do, but I'm just like I didn't sit there and go, oh, I can't do it. I just started doing it and I want to see if it worked or not. Because if you listen to any life advice I ever give to anyone watching, I honestly think that the best thing you could do to live an interesting life is to just kind of just start trying things, because a life of apathy and blandness is probably worse than any other outcome. Honestly, you don't want to live like that if you can avoid it.
Man, so that's a takeaway.
I mean, not to say routine is a bad thing. I'm a very routine. You gotta. I don't know if we're getting way too far off course here.
Oh, you're good.
Like, for me, like the thing is, to live a good life, you need to have routine in some places and spontaneity in others. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't understand people who eat like a different thing every day, or like they have to like ask themselves every day, like, oh, what should I eat? What should I do? If you don't have like a rotating cast of things, like I don't understand how you can even do that. Like, you want to have the most time you can have for yourself if you can make that happen. You know what I mean? Like, so routine in places where you can trim down to give yourself more time, and then the time you do have, that's like the consistent free time you have, you should try to spend just exploring to see what you like, because you might like something more than you think you would have otherwise if you never tried it. So that's my philosophy anyway.
Oh man, I'm trying to think about.
I got a little bit off course there.
No, you're good. I mean, unfiltered convo.
Off-roading for real.
That's one thing I took away was you brought up talking Japanese, and I tried to learning Japanese, and I tried 3-4 years ago to start Russian, and like stuff like school got in the way and stuff like that. But now I guess I do have a reason. Dolphy interview coming soon, guys.
Dolphy interview would be crazy.
That would be insane. Dolphy, like I would love to be able to talk to the Russian side, because I know they're very
huge,
interesting, and huge in the GD community, like you were about to say. Yeah.
The thing about learning the language and a lot of stuff is you almost have to you have to find a way to let it happen to you. If it's like a strenuous thing that you're putting up, like you're like, oh, this is so hard that I'm doing it, it's probably not going to get done. The way that I do it, a lot of it is just like, I got to a point where I could sit on the couch and watch anime and like passively like do it as I'm like, you know what I mean? Like if it's hard, you're not going to do it. You have to mold the things you want to do into a way that makes it something that you can do without too much effort. Like I do a lot of my Japanese study when I'm eating and not doing anything else otherwise. You know what I mean? Like I'm already there. I'm already. It takes me a long time to eat. It takes like an hour because I have really bad stomach issues. So I'm already stuck there for an hour. I might as well. You know what I mean? What am I gonna do? Scroll my phone? I don't want to do that. So you just have to find a way to not fight it. You know?
Yeah.
Make it easy.
And this next question was asked by basically everybody. Where do you live? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No,
you got to the question I want to answer. You did it. I live on the earth somewhere.
What is your
on land?
Social?
That narrows down like 70% of on land. Find me. Good luck.
What is your social security number? No.
There's a digit in there somewhere.
I mean, one.
There's no 8 in my social security number. That should narrow it down.
Guys, there's no 1, 2. No.
There's only 3s. I have a very rare combination. I just won't list over.
I don't know if that's even possible. They probably
I have no idea how the labeling system works for that sort of stuff.
It's probably like license plates too, where it's like they probably deliberately like, I know you can't do like swear words like the first letters of the F slur, the N word. I know you can't do this.
Yeah, they have like a whole like system where they check each one or something like that. And I don't actually know how license plate systems work in general. All I know is that if the first letter is like a Z or a Y, it's like a truck. Usually that's like the only thing I've seen outside of that.
Yeah, no, that actually checks out. Both of my dad's trucks in the last like 3, 4, maybe 5 years that he got, both started with a C.
Yeah.
It was a...
But C?
Yeah.
Then my theory's wrong because I said Z or a
Oh,
Y.
Z! Oh, I thought you said C.
No.
It was,
C something. I was a license plate reading kid. Like, that's
Yes!
when I first gained the ability to read, I would go through the parking lots and feel my hand over it like I was reading Braille. And I would tell my parents what everything was in there.
Yes, dude. My core memory, seeing a truck with FA6. Like
Rare drop.
I saw that.
I can't believe they let that through.
I saw that. I'm like, oh, I'm never gonna see this ever again. Oh, what just happened? Hello again.
What? I've never had that happen in my entire life. I don't know why. I could like look inside the car, but I couldn't win. Okay. Anyway, no idea. License plates. I think we were talking about.
Yeah, FA6. Dude, yeah, no, I would never see something like that ever again. And nowadays, it's like one of the meme numbers in my private group chats is the number 79 because an IQ of 80 is the threshold between being mentally coherent and mentally brain dead. So if your IQ is 79, you're mentally brain dead technically, and we all call each other 79 when we're being dumb.
You know, IQ, we could talk about that. But you know IQ is a bunch of baloney, right?
Oh,
I'll tell you why
100%.
I know that. Yeah. IQ is a bunch of baloney because I got tested a bunch when I was a kid and mine was like 181. And if that's true, I should be somewhere else. But I'm not. So like I'm not that guy. But like for whatever, it like tests such a specific thing. You know what I mean? Like, and probably just because of the specific autism that I have, it was just like all points focused to this thing that does it on good on this test or something like that. But that was a weird way to start my life because my parents did not know what the hell to do with me. But I was just like normal. So it worked out fine in the end.
That's good. Oh, man.
I remember I had like some YouTube commenter try to like fight me on this once when I said that. Like it was like something that I was like proud of. Like IQ is so meaningless. I see sometimes I see other people like try to brag about their IQ like a living. It's all it's doing is like, do you have like pattern recognition skills that aren't necessarily all that useful in reality? I guess at a low level they test like basic logic understanding, but any number above like 110 doesn't fucking matter. It's just random.
Yeah,
useless.
It's like if someone's an IQ of 180 and someone's an IQ of 140, what's the difference?
It's like because it's not like it doesn't like matter. Like it's such an arbitrary thing. Like it's just like what it is. I don't know, but like I don't know. It's just so stupid that we think it's such like an important thing. Like I repeatedly see it brought up in like these discussions, and it's just like I can't believe we're still accepting this like weird pseudoscience thing as any amount of fact whatsoever. It's annoying to me.
Yeah,
we should get past it.
The only time I ever like bring it up unironically is when I have like a friend that has a really good IQ that's being smart, and someone like tries to talk back or like counteract them. I'm like, this dude has an IQ of 138. Don't mess with him.
I do like the good IQ comeback.
Yeah,
it's like that's like a good tool to have.
Yeah,
it's not that useful. It's like,
and I'm generic. Like I have a generic IQ. I think it's like 123, 125, something like that. It's like it's pretty in the middle with like average, and like I will only ever praise someone else when they're like actually a good IQ. Like my dad's IQ is like 141, and I always told people like, yeah, his IQ, smartest person I ever know. Like I'll probably never tell people that I'm the smartest person I know, even if I were to have like a high IQ, because it's just like
it's not true. Like I'm not like if that was accurate, like if my 181 score meant that, then I would never meet a single person in my entire life.
Yeah,
I am like, but that's just not true. I mean, people are smarter than me all the time. It's just like testing one very specific thing. I wish there was some like obvious like, if you get a good score on this test, you're really good at this other thing. But there's not usually an obvious link between this. Like I don't know what I would even do that I would excel at that level. It might just be this. Like I don't know, like just like talking. I don't know. That's like the only thing I've ever found that I'm like really good at.
Same.
It just like happens. But like other than that, like it doesn't it means nothing. And almost every category I can ever come up with, I know someone that's better than me at it, no matter what.
And one thing I can vouch for IQ being useless with, like, in regards to talking well, I know I got my ability to talk properly to new people because my dad was tech support. And so he kind of made me, and I kind of naturally learned from that. And it's like IQ, it's like you said, it's like pattern recognition. Like it doesn't matter with IQ because the point doesn't matter. It's just how well you are with pattern recognition.
Yeah, that's it. And that's like it's not even that useful of an application, really. I mean, it's like in real life, how often does something like that even come up, and how do you use it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, like
even then, it's only that way because like my scores are high because I have the autism that does it. And at a very high level, autism kind of just pushes buttons in your brains, and a lot of those buttons kind of just make you see patterns that aren't there. So if they are there, it's a lot easier to find them, right? You know what I mean? That's why I have visual snow when I look at the wall, because my brain's trying to find a pattern that doesn't fucking exist. It's like trying to see if it can figure it out. There's nothing to figure out. But if there is something to figure out, I might be a little bit better at it.
Yeah, I do that with popcorn ceilings. That seems unanimous though, with like humanity as a whole.
I think popcorn ceilings just kind of trick your brain.
Oh yeah, like I'm looking at it right now.
They give me a headache. I used to have one in my old place that I was at. I couldn't look at it too long.
It triggers my vertigo a little bit.
Yeah.
It definitely does like that. It's really weird. It's kind of creepy.
I have super bad motion sickness, dude. I don't know why.
Me too.
Like, always. I was on a cruise recently, and it was like, dude. And we went up to Alaska, which, by the way, Alaska, completely beautiful. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. I'm glad I got to go. But I remember this one dinner. I was like, it was a dinner with like me and my family and like my family's other like friends or whatever. And it was like a fancy dinner table with like 18 people on it or something like that. And we were in open water, and the ship was rocking so much you could it was like comical. Like you could hear like silverware going every way and whatever.
Oh, God.
And everyone was like making like polite conversation at the table, and I was just sitting there like fully green in the face, like, yep, good discussion, everyone. We're having a good time here. Like, just
this is fine.
My life. Like, I'm just like, I look at my dad, and I can tell the look he gives back at me is like, I'm sorry, son. It seems we're in a rough spot here. We can't. I barely say a single word that whole dinner. I only when prompted. Like, I'll just like let out this like stock laugh whenever something happens, and that was like the only thing I was doing the whole dinner, just trying to make it through this stupid. So yeah, motion sickness, not fun. Not a big fan of that. It was in like the aft of the ship or something. I'm not a big fan of it.
Oh my God.
And it's a pretty frequent thing for me. I can't even go on like swing sets. That's too much. I don't know what happened to me, man. I just lost my whole. You know what does work for me though, and what's really nice, ginger. I didn't get into ginger ale or ginger bites until summer recently. That stuff's good as hell, man. Oh, that tastes so good. And I'm not a big snack guy, but that stuff's really good.
Oh yeah, ginger stuff is definitely like an adult taste thingy. Like,
yeah, I'm a big fan.
Yeah, and I guess I'm a little like, I haven't been on one in years, but I probably would say the same with swing sets, because what my brain does when I'm on something like that is tricks myself into believing that I'm not moving, but the whole earth is, and it's like, it's so scary.
Dude, I got really scared when I was backing out of a parking space, and a car was like pulling into the parking space next to me as I was backing out. I was like, I'm going 100,000 miles per hour backwards, dude. I'm gonna hit someone. It's over with. It's so scary when that happens. Dude, me and my friends, we would go to swing sets, and we would like, we had the swing set next to a wall, and we would try to swing as high as we could, and whatever your highest score was, we would like have a chalk thing, and we would mark the highest you could get. And I very nearly once went all the way around, and almost like broke like half my body, so I didn't go any higher than that. But like, I got up there, and I felt the gravity kind of like let go on the chain, and I was like, oh shit. And I was very glad it came back down just fine. And I was like, let's play a new game, guys. I'm done with this game forever, I think. I don't think we're going to do that one. I've reached the limitation. I could have kept going and cracked my skull open or something, so I'm glad it's stopped there. But, oh my God. They were fun, though, when I was a kid, but just can't do them anymore.
I love doing life-threatening stuff when I'm a kid.
You don't know any better. I was the kid to like climb on top of the playground equipment and just kind of jump around. Can I do it? I'm so glad I didn't hurt myself. Oh my God.
Yeah, I was always the chicken. I always felt like as a kid, it's like you never really felt like when you are a kid that you feel like you're invincible to everything. When you look back, it's like, if you get hurt so much, it's just like, oh my God, how did I sustain all that?
Dude, yeah, because when you're a kid, you heal in like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Like I would just fall off my bike and be like, oh, I look like I was just through war. You know what I mean? Like I just took a war wound, and I'll be like 2 days later, I'll be totally healed.
Yeah. And then when you're older.
Like I still have right here like a scar from when like I like slammed my finger on a door, and this was like a week and a half ago or something, and it's still there.
I have like, wait,
over.
I might be able to show this. First secret way interview thingy, I'm turning my camera on.
Oh my God, I'm me again too. Well,
him.
not me again. That's to me.
This right here.
Was
from
I see
like
it.
a year ago.
Yeah, no, that's there forever, dude. That's a scar. I think that's forever.
Like,
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Not going away.
That's not going away. That's forever, dude. I almost scarred myself in quite literally the dumbest way anyone's ever scarred themselves in like the history of humanity. I was at a water park once, and this is so stupid, but like I was getting out of the the big wave pool.
Yes.
And I was getting out of it, but like I was trying to do it in like the stupidest way possible, where I stay under the water as long as possible as I'm like going back. So I'm literally like laying face first down in the water, like slowly inching forward, and I let the tide carry me once, and like 4 points of contact, like my knees and my elbows just scrape against this like hard ass floor, and it just makes these like red dots that stayed there for like literally 6 years. Like I just thought it was forever. I don't know how they ever went away. Dumbest way I've ever scarred my like what? It's so stupid. I don't even know how I managed to do that.
Oh my God.
It was for nothing, for no one. Like it just happened, I guess.
Quick little 5 seconds of fun.
Yeah,
I know how doing that feels at a wave pool. It is so
yeah, when you try to like get back into like crouching in the water to stay in it as long as possible. I took it a step too far there, I guess. I don't know.
Oh man. As much as I love just talking about everything, but I am gonna try to go back to.
Okay, yeah, we completely somewhere else. You're right.
It was a lot of fun, but ooh, I did ask you your favorite meme, but what is your favorite reaction that you've had?
I think the Oblivion one was really emotional, and I think that people found that emotion when they watched it too. You know what I mean? Because it was just like Oblivion was like the first time I stepped out of my comfort zone since Kenos. And in fact, at that time, I thought I never was going to again. Because after Kenos, I didn't stop playing top levels because like I was like bored or whatever. The problem is my vision was constantly getting worse. And it kept getting worse up until like mid 21. I think I made a pace bin around that time where I was like, I'm probably gonna stop playing levels at a hard level, hard levels forever, probably because my eyesight's just getting worse.
Yeah.
But then it just stopped getting worse, and it was still bad, but it never continued progressing. So I got better at playing with it, and so around the time of late 22, I decided, like after a year or so, I decided to really try again to push myself to see if I could beat something, but I didn't know if I could do it, and it was a really like long journey with a lot of like bad things that happened during that journey, and I just didn't know if I had it in me to do something like that again, and I did, and I was really moved by that, and I think a lot of people were too, that I was able to do that despite my issues, and I was able to even take it a step further with Edge of Destiny, which I was really proud of as well. And I'm going to be trying to do a new hardest soon, which I don't know if I'm going to be able to do. I'm going to be trying to do Deimos, and that's going to be exciting as well. And I never thought I'd get to the point again where I would feel good enough to actually be able to attempt any of these levels, which is why I was so emotional during the Oblivion reaction, because I realized that I could still do stuff if I chose to. And that was powerful to me. I mean, a lot of reactions I think are cool. I like the reactions where I just kind of like kick ass. Like I like my Frost Spirit reaction because I fluked the ending, so I could just kind of sit there like I'm a fucking badass. Like I did it. You know what I mean? Like I love fluky stuff, even if it's like just the end part. It just makes me feel like awesome. Like I really, really like doing that. I always have. Obviously the Kenos reaction is something that I could those 15 minutes are probably baked into my brain forever. Like I can play them back whenever I want to. You know what I mean? And that was also emotional because my eyesight was getting worse during that as well.
Yeah.
And to me, I kind of saw that as like my final act because I didn't know if it was going to get better or worse or whatever. And so it was emotional to me because I didn't like. I thought like I used the last of my realistic energy to beat that level, and I was very moved by that as well. It's always a thing with me. I can never beat something and have it just be normal. You know what I mean? There's always going to be this whole thing, especially if I'm doing something that's hard. So it's always satisfying to get to the end of these sort of stuffs. And I wonder what Davis is going to put me through because it's so hard. It's like 20 on the list. Like I don't even know what I'm doing.
It's harder than Firework.
Yeah, like that's hard. But like I've honestly been playing really good. Like I beat Frostbeard in like no time at all, really, considering the fact that I was sleep deprived the whole time. I was moving fast, and I've been feeling good about my gameplay. So I really do wonder how it's going to go, and what that's going to look like when I end up beating it as well.
Well, I will not say, because I don't know how it will go, just like you say, but I will say that I do believe in you, because I mean
I'm optimistic as well. Yeah. I think I'm gonna take it slow. I have some levels, some extendeds I want to beat. I want to beat the main list before I do it. I want to make sure I'm ready. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
we
got this. We're in there.
Very fun to experience as well. I think I tuned into 3 of the Edge of Destiny streams and 1 Kenos stream, and I think like I always told myself like that is such a cool thing I got to witness.
To be a part of that. Yeah. It's because it's always like every time I go for hardest, there's like regulars that appear that only exist during that time frame. And some of them stick around and some of them don't. But it's always funny because I think about like these eras I've had that people join in on because I want to see a very specific thing. Hopefully it'll be less boring than Edge of Destiny. Oh my god. I mean, it wasn't the worst level, but you just get stuck in the beginning for your whole life. And it's like the silent Clubstep thing I was talking about where I just feel like I'm wasting my time playing the same 2 parts over and over again. Ooh. So hopefully it's not like that. It doesn't look like it will be. It looks like you'll be able to... It looks like you'll be able to get decently far occasionally without it being too much of a chore, which I think is ideal for me. So should be fun.
I think you definitely gotta call out another top player, predict that they're hacking again. That clip is legendary,
dude. I can't believe it. I wish I did more than that, but you know what I mean.
Oh my god, that's such a surreal thing. Like,
it's the most does we know of all time, bro.
Yeah, like I'm not you, and it's surreal to me. Like, it's so weird. But I mean, everyone will remember you, and I forgot the dude's name, man. But the one who said he was hacking or cheating for the wrong reasons, and then you joking about it.
Yeah, I don't remember the name either.
But it was like I know it was like 4 letter name. I wish I remember the guy's name, but
but yeah, I wish.
Yeah, no,
I wish we caught it. I always wish. That's probably the greatest regret I'll ever have with the game. I wish we caught it. We did it.
We did, but
we did. I guess we did. We didn't let it go on forever.
Yeah, we did, thankfully, and I think I'm glad it was in April because the show that his profile picture, You're Lying April. Oh my god. There's like stars
I remember that.
That was insane.
It was his line April.
Oh, it's freaking.
Dude, why did he keep? I know we've talked about space probably too much this week, but why did he once some of them were caught? Why didn't he just say you got me? Like, what's the point of lying? He did this stupid intermediary lie where he was like, I hacked these, but not these other ones. Like, it's over.
Yeah, he could have aura formed and didn't like the Walter White you got me.
yeah, he probably would have had a better standing if he just did that, but he continued lying. He's probably just like a psychopathic liar or something, whatever the actual medical term is of that. You know what I mean? Like, because any logical person would be like, "You got me, it's over." Like, you wouldn't play that out. But
yeah, and I
see what cards you had, I guess.
I would show sprinkles of forgiveness, but it would be really hard, in my opinion, for him. I think the only person I could say, this might be crazy, but I please, people, quote me if I'm wrong, and definitely correct me in the comments, but I'm pretty sure Krazen is, going in rehab and, therapy.
Maybe.
And
I
all
still
that.
don't think he should ever come back to the
I don't think he should,
ever.
But I would show forgiveness if he's genuinely trying. If he's
maybe. I don't know. Oh, my God. Dude, that guy... Probably didn't do too much, but he was moving different back in the day, bro.
Yeah.
It was crazy, dude.
And he would be crazy top player.
Yeah, he was He tried to rug pull Kenos for me as he tried to rug pull Bloodlust from Knobbelboy, but obviously that didn't work. And it made me so determined to get it done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to just. I'm so I don't think people. Binox is a very, very good host. I don't want people to understand that. Like Binox could have caved to all of the crap because Binox was getting harassed by him and a lot of the others. He didn't cave. He stuck with me. I stuck with him, and he deserves a lot of respect for that because he could have caved to that, and he didn't.
Hell yeah.
So shout out to Binox, my goat. Thank you for letting me do it, and I'm sure you're glad with the result as much as I am, right? So all worked out.
Npesta did not mean to say Binox sucks 50 times. It was for money.
No. Binox is great. I won't say well now, but you can imagine them. I would.
And on the topic of Kenos, 100% something that I feel like you might have expected. But do you think it was robbed of top 1 status?
I honestly didn't think so at the time because I hadn't played Zodiac that much. But I when I actually did go around and play Zodiac for real, yeah, I think Kenos was always harder than Zodiac. And especially if it got moved above now in an era where some people are so much better away than they used to be. I think it probably was harder than Zodiac, but Zodiac was just had that. I mean, here's the nice part about the discussion is that no one's ever wrong when they talk about it because they are the 2 closest difficulty levels.
Yes,
they're still next together on the list after all of everything that happened.
It's like a marriage.
So it really is a matter of opinion which one you think is harder. I do think that it getting moved above now means that more people think that it is harder and would have back then also. But I really honestly, maybe this is kind of corny, but I kind of feel like we just kind of shared the top 1 there. Honestly, Kenos and Zodiac, we obviously only one level could have it, but we both kind of had it. Especially looking back, they're just kind of the same difficulty. 2 sides of one coin, really. What the kind of experience you want to have, and I don't regret it. I don't think that buffing it to make it clearly harder would have even back then. And you can quote me on this because I was like that. I didn't really necessarily want it to be top 1. I wanted it to be really hard, but I didn't think it fit as a good top 1 because it was kind of an unorthodox kind of level, and I was very cognizant of the fact that it wasn't for everybody. Mm-hmm. And so I respected Zodiac a lot. I didn't really want this level that I was verifying to push the game in a direction where everything just kind of felt unfun if you wanted to beat the top 1, because I knew not everyone was going to like it. So honestly, it played out perfectly, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I think it definitely is just so poetic that it's you and Tech sharing that, and I definitely there was a point in time, even if the stats viewer didn't show it, because I know you didn't beat a lot of extreme
I never
demons,
described it. You're going to be asked to do that.
But 1,000,000% you two were the top 2 at a point, at least for a day.
Sure.
And that was really cool.
That's the thing. I could have been a better player probably back then, but oh my god, I never really wanted to do stuff I didn't want to do. I was just do whatever the hell I want to do, and I never wanted to list run because I just hated beating stuff. But there was a time where my raw skill was genuinely really high up there. I won't deny that. And that's why I was even able to beat Kenos, because you need a lot of the raw skill to be able to do the first wave. People still call the first wave hard nowadays, which I think is cool. So that's where I was able to step in and be something there.
It's good. It's definitely a good oh my god, I'm just thinking about it now. It would be so weird if the history was Kenos number 1, Zodiac number 2.
Yeah, wouldn't that it just doesn't sound right? You know what I mean? Kenos just never really sounded right as a top 1 to me. I didn't want it to be. I'm glad it wasn't. It's just, but that's also because I don't know. And then maybe this is controversial, but I always cared about the state of the game more than I cared about my own personal accomplishments. And that's why I don't really like levels like Amethyst, because I don't think anyone likes Amethyst.
No.
I mean, maybe some people, but it's just stupid. I think what I don't like about that is I think people like Tidal Wave. I do. I think a lot of top players like Tidal Wave. It makes sense as a top 1 to me. Whereas Amethyst is just a clusterfuck of random hitboxes that kind of just suck and doesn't really do it for anyone. You know what I mean? And I guess I get it, but for me, I care about what the top 1 is because that inspires a lot of people. You know what I mean? When people are getting into the game and they see a level like Tidal Wave, that's oh my god, that's something I really want to beat. But when they see the Amethyst, I don't think they're going to have the same reaction. And to me, it was important, especially in 2019 when I knew what I was about to do was probably going to bring a lot of people to the game if I did it right. I wanted people to see a level that made sense. And I think Tartarus, while it's not my favorite level, still kind of was like that. Like Tartarus looks like a level where you look at it when you're getting into the game, it's like I can't wait to beat that, even if it kind of sucks ass. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's still more real than something like Amethyst, where you would look at that and it doesn't really look like anything. Nothing that would inspire you. So I didn't want to take that away from Zodiac because Zodiac inspired me so much, especially when I was getting good at the game, and I didn't want to overthrow it. That was not my goal at all. But I wanted to be exactly where I landed, so I was happy with that.
Yeah, I gotta give Zodiac favorite top one. I don't know. I guess
for me it is. I mean, it's just nostalgic.
I might be biased because like I tried to jump for it and I'm still going for it 6 years later. But it's like I never have a bad experience with it. Like all my friends are from Zodiac. Like oh my god, it's just such a nice level.
You know, by all definitions, it shouldn't be that fun to play. Like really, but it is.
Yeah, it is.
Like
yeah.
It's one of those levels where like it's not so boring to get to the middle that it's draining. Like you don't get to the middle every single time you're playing, even though the middle does matter. Like a level like Digital Descent kind of sucks because if you're paying attention to the screen, you're gonna get to 40 and 50, and so it's kind of boring. But Zodiac, it's never a guarantee. You know what I mean? You still have to do a lot of stuff to get there, and so it still feels impactful enough when you get there that like the gameplay loop is still engaging, and every part brings something different to the table in a way that I haven't seen a lot of Mega Class be able to recreate since. And it's just so diverse. It's so cool. I love it so much.
I agree. And yeah, this is a good question. Stay along the topic of what we're talking about. What is your favorite verification?
Like that I've ever done?
Yeah.
Verified a lot of stuff. I mean, maybe not that much stuff. I think I'm still the most proudest of Kenos, even if that's cliche. Like, because that was like that's still like the kind of like balancing that I enjoy the most. I think, even if a lot of people don't like it, I really like. Even though it's kind of meant to be a little bit evil, I don't mind it at all. Like, I know a lot of people do, but I really like that little bit of downtime you get, and then you have to do the hard thing. Like, it doesn't take long to get to the hard thing at all. And then once you get there, I like having an easier middle section that you can, like, is more of a don't choke sort of situation.
Yeah.
And then a difficulty spike kind of near the end, like at 70. That's, like, what I always envisioned, like, a level that I wanted to play. And I never really had, like, an unfun time playing Kenos, really. I mean, I got mad because I wanted to beat it, but I never really disliked it as a level, really. Sorry. It's dead. Killed the fly. I had a moment.
Yes.
I had an opportunity.
Let's
go. I had to do it, so it's gone now. Sorry, that jump scared anyone listening to this as a podcast, but it had to get done. I hope you understand. You know how flies can be. It had to go.
Let's freaking go.
But yeah, definitely that for me. I also really enjoyed Cave of the Scarlet Sky. I played that for like 10 months or something. But the problem was I enjoyed it too much. I never really locked in. Like I spent so long playing that because I enjoyed the gameplay loop of it so much that I just never actually was like, I need to beat this level. I was just like, oh, I'll have fun with it tomorrow. And then I never ended up beating it. Well, I did end up beating it, but it took forever. And it didn't need to. But I had a lot of fun playing it. And it placed like in the top 5 on the platformer list, which is cool. I wanted it to be harder, but I spent too long on it, and the platformer list was changing too much. But it was a lot of fun. It was a good experience for me.
Yeah. And I mean, I expect you to say Kenos. I mean, I can only name... I mean, I'm not you, of course, but, I mean, I could name, like, Deimos, Altered Descent.
Deimos was fun. It was weird, but it was fun. I mean, that's why I picked it up in the first place, because I wanted it to get beaten. Because, like, I didn't get permission from anyone to beat Deimos. I eventually end-level gave me permission. But, like, Scullo had dropped it for, like, a year, and I picked it up, and at all times I was like, if you're seeing this end-level, you want me to stop, message me? And he never did. So I was like, I'm just going to keep doing it. I don't know. It's... Because Scullo just, like, rage uploaded it to the servers or something and then didn't play it anymore. So I was just like, this is my way if no one's going to stop me. It wasn't like I was, like, forcibly taking anything. I was just like, is anyone going to stop me? No, done. There. I just had the opportunity. The opportunity was just there for me to take, which was nice. You know, there's not a lot of, like, levels with hype now. There used to be a lot more, I feel like. There used to be more, like, upcoming levels.
Oh.
Maybe there are now and I'm not as involved, but I don't hear a lot about a lot of, like, upcoming levels anymore. There are, like, opportunities to take. You know what I mean?
I 1,000,000% agree with you. I've been in the GD community since day one that the game came out, and I just, like, There's been a drought.
Yeah.
It's just grief. I can't, like, I'm not hyped
Yeah.
for Vehemence.
I
I'm
do
not,
like grief. I really do.
I
The Doggie's
love
doing a
it.
lot of the heavy lifting there.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see him do it, dude. It's gonna be awesome.
Oh, it's gonna be such a
super
day.
great.
It's gonna be a day everyone's gonna remember. They're gonna think that number, and that number is gonna be engraved into our brains.
Yeah, that's gonna be the one.
Just like,
people still remember the Kenos stream I beat it on. People still talk about the attempts, like, and this is like Kenos grind V2. Everyone's gonna remember every number, digit that's involved with anything that has to do with this. So
December 19th, come on, Doggie.
December 19th.
Dude, oh my God, that would be insane.
I really cannot wait
Me too.
for that, but I'm in no rush. But yeah, there's like, what else even like is coming out that like people stream? We don't see any, like Vehemence, I guess, but Popov plays that so inconsistently. It's not, I don't think the level's that interesting as a top one. It looks like it's more fun as like a top 30 to me.
Yeah, I agree. I guess second place I would say right now is Flame Wall, just because that level is pretty old.
Oh yeah. I like watching that guy who verifies the Quattro Santos. He has fun streams. He's locked in, dude.
Mm-hmm.
He's serious. Every attempt, he's about it, dude.
Yeah,
he wants to verify that level.
It's coming
cool.
soon.
Yeah, I like that level. It's not my favorite Chameleon song, but it is a really good level. I don't think I can play it because it's too flashy though. Like I don't think I can do a video with it because it's got a lot of. But it's cool.
Yeah.
And then there's not a lot else. Like what else is even happening?
I don't know. Like,
I think it's just, we've seen, novelty is harder to manufacture nowadays because we've seen so many different types of levels. And like people can talk about how like the game is fallen off, or whatever. But realistically, a lot of it's just because we've been around for so long with a lot of the similar tools. It's hard to make a unique experience that really feels like something you've never seen before. You know what I mean? That isn't also just annoying as hell.
Yeah.
So it's tough. I sympathize with creators, but I don't know what to do about it.
Like Amethyst and Thingy Space 2, I mean, I feel like those are just like Zoink and Pop-Off fans that were hyped for that, and like, I don't know, Tidal Wave was just kind of out of nowhere, and like everyone was like, Booba Wamba dethroning Tidal Wave, and I'm like, no shot. Like,
Booba Wamba makes me so mad, and it's not because I don't like the level, because I actually think Booba Wamba is so cool. My problem with Booba Wamba is the same issue I have with Impossible levels, where a big part of the experience, of any experience, is being able to play it for yourself. And Booba Wamba is just not meant to be a playable experience at all. Like, it doesn't work. That's why no one's beaten it. You think otherwise people would beat it. It's just not. Like, what I think the best difficulty in the game is like easy extremes, because you get a lot of creative freedom to do whatever you want while also making a challenging experience that's like worth beating. But I don't think you can extend to those same creative liberties to a level that hard and still make it something that's like beatable or enjoyable. Like a lot of that like memory gimmick where you can't see anything works really well if the gameplay's not that hard, but making it hard is just, no one's going to want to do that. And so you're just you're putting all that effort into making this crazy level, and then you're just making it so no one can ever play it. And it's just like, I hate it more than if it just sucked ass entirely, because then it would just suck ass entirely and no one would care. You know what I mean? But like, it's the level that I would genuinely love to play if it was meant to be played. You know what I mean? Oh, I don't know. That's just me though.
It's like the same. I think I've said this to Vortrox and Doggie now, but like Amethyst would be a perfect like top 15, top 10.
Yeah, like why does it have to be like that? Why does the hitboxes have to be like, it looks like its ways would be satisfying, but no one will ever know, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's just, you're making stuff for such a small subset of people when you make stuff for the top players. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I guess that's a bit of the problem. A lot of creators aren't going to want to spend a good chunk of their time making something that only like 5 people can ever really truly appreciate. So I guess that's a big part of it too. Whereas back then levels weren't as hard, so you make something like Bloodlust. A lot of people are still going to be Bloodlust. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But nowadays, you make something really hard. There's 4 people that can beat it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and so it's tough, and I understand why creators wouldn't want to make a lot of things for people like that as well. So it makes sense.
Yeah. I also think Amethyst 1,000,000% an industry plan, because we just like with Tidal Wave. Like, I understand Thinking Space 2 because, like, Zoink went on about how he had, like, an actual personal history with the level, and he actually had some backstory with it. But Popoff had nothing with Amethyst, and Tidal Wave only just had, like, its 4th victor when both levels are verified, and it's, like,
That's how hard levels are now.
So. Yeah, and it's, like, back when, like, Slaughterhouse was first created, or verified and published, like, everyone was going for it. Same with Tartarus, like Zodiac. Everyone wanted to beat Zodiac. And it's like, now it's like, people are, like, either it's just too hard or it's not as fun.
It's just too hard. Like, I'm doing the video of tidal waves, the waves and tidal waves, and it's just insane. Like, it's just like every other top one that I've ever played up till then, I was like, I could see myself if I spent 10 months, I could probably beat this. But like it's gone somewhere else with that one. Like, it's not something that anyone that isn't highly trained can pick up and play. And maybe that's fine, but it also causes issues with the quality of the levels you get at the top of the list, right? That's just what happens, I guess. Also, taking Space 2 kind of sucks because you need to play without CBF, I think, and no top player is going to want to play without CBF because it just kind of makes it a little bit unfun. Like, people always like to complain about, like, CBF, like, oh, you're just making it easier for yourself or whatever. It's just, like, you're just doing the same inputs and just making them more accurate. To me, like, it's annoying when I'm dying to something that's not really happening. You know what I mean? I'd much prefer if I could just have that level of control. Because even I'm at a level where that's very noticeable. A lot of people say they don't notice it, but it's very noticeable even at my level. So
yeah,
it's not really fun to play levels without it because it's just frustrating, you know?
Yeah.
When it's that hard, it's just luck.
That's actually perfect to what I've said before, and like pretty much Zoink said it perfectly as well. It's like with the human limit at all, there's going to be a point in time where every click is just luck. Because if you have a level that's 240 FPS frame perfect in every input, that's just luck.
Yeah, like realistic, and then you're just training your brain to get lucky more. Like, that's what you're doing. Like, you're training your muscle memory, but it's not fun. Like, no one's having fun anymore at that level. It's not, because you're not pulling anything off more so. You're just waiting around. It's like almost like high level GD is like a giant grind to get yourself to be the best player you can be, just to eventually turn into like Pokemon shiny hunting for hours. Like, that's the end goal of this all. That's where we go, really. Like,
yep.
And I've been saying this from the very start. Let's just start making levels longer. They don't have to look amazing, okay? Like, Eon is beautiful to me, and it's like 50 minutes long. We don't have to make everything like super over-decorated, blah, 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 blah. I want longer levels because it allows us to, pad out the runtime a little bit with this whole thing. You know what I mean? We can keep this going for a little while longer, where we have more interesting, like gameplay that normal people can play that doesn't feel like you're just gambling your whole fucking, like, it'd be more natural. You know what I mean? I think that's where the game should go, but I don't know if it will, unfortunately.
Yeah. Like, honestly, the top 10 right now should be like if we weren't trying to do top ones just to, like, I prefer the top one, or if there's other people that are like, oh, do it for money, then the top one should look like Limbo, freaking Edge of Destiny, Zodiac, Kenos, Crimson Planet.
Longer, yeah.
Like, it should be like the current top 150 that's out of the top 10 should be the top 10. Mm-hmm. If we were like pacing ourselves, but we are just like Adderall.
Yeah. we're rushing to a place that sucks.
Yeah.
Like, why? Why? There's no point in like making a level that's like 100,000 trillion times harder than the level before it. Trust me, you want this to go on as long as it can go on for until the joke is old and everyone gives up. Like that, because that's what's going to happen eventually is we just get to a point where it's not fun anymore and then everyone gives up. Like, you don't want to get there as fast as possible. Yeah. You want to enjoy it while it lasts, dude. I'll tell you that right now. Nothing's permanent, and this is no exception. Mm-hmm. So
1,000,000%. I don't know which one of these two to ask. I'll do this one. What is your worst and best experience you've had on any level in GD? We'll start with worst.
Okay, worst is Bloodlust, because I got so much genuinely bad things happened during Bloodlust. The easy to explain part is that I died at TMN like 11 times, which sucked. And it wasn't even because of nerve deaths, which is even more annoying because I was just bad at the part. Like, I just couldn't do the part good. It was like one of my worst parts. I would just die there all the time. I died at the last triple like twice. Ooh. Sucked. And like, again, not nerve deaths. I don't usually die to nerve deaths. I just was bad at discerning when the spike wall appeared and I had to click. It sucked, man. But that's not the worst of it. The worst of it is the whole time I was getting like hacked and DDoSed and doxed randomly for the whole like month and a half I was doing this. We had to change routers. We had to do all this crap. I lost access to my Twitch account, so I had to start streaming on YouTube instead of Twitch. Just sucked. My parents were getting called by random people. We had to do all this stuff to make it stop. It was, oh my God. I'll tell you this right now. Right then is when I decided, well, not decided, but that's when I realized, like, even if I could become a much larger YouTuber, I'm not going to do that. You know what I mean? I got a taste of fame, and I don't like what it does to people. You know what I mean? Like, dude, being in the spotlight at that level, oh my God. If people find any sort of way, dude, they'll find it, and they'll take it. And it's not, I'm much happier in my, like, lower, I'm like a dormant volcano. You know what I mean? I'm probably not going to erupt ever again. We're chilling. You know what I mean? We're just, but I'm still, you know, people still climb. You know what I mean? I'm still a notable geographical figure, you know? Like, I'm
You're
still
on the Mount Rushmore.
Yeah. So it's fun. You know what I mean? I don't need to erupt and cause all this ash and smoke and this other stuff. We're all good. So that's like when I realized, like, I'm just gonna stay in my lane. You know what I mean? We're not gonna get crazy here. And so that whole experience was just, I was very happy to beat it. I remember people still talk about this. When I got 98 and immediately had to go to dinner, that was jarring. It felt like getting in a car crash and then people like asking you how you are immediately after, like, over like casual conversations. Like, I don't know. I just think my brain's not even working yet. Like, I'm not there, bro. It just felt so, like, they were like, you seem awfully quiet today. I was like, I'm not, stop. I just can't yet. I can't. I don't know. Like, cause it's just such like a, getting far on Bloodlust is like a whole thing, you know what I mean? Like, it's a whole,
yeah,
it's a long level. So it was just, I don't know. It felt like plunging into cold water almost. Like, it was just so jarring of a transition. But yeah, that was probably the worst experience. And then the best experience I've ever had with an extreme. I've had some really good experiences. I almost want to say Ocular Miracle. That was beautiful to me. I loved that. I love long levels a lot. And like, there's no way to really like conceptualize how the second drop feels from zero unless you actually experience it. Even if you played all the parts, like actually surviving for that amount of time and then being there and doing it, oh my God, I wish I could have it back. I wish more people made stuff like that, because I don't think it's like I was a kid, so it felt like that thing. I think Ocular Miracle is just special, man. Like, people don't make stuff that looks like that or feels like that anymore, to me. And it was just beautiful. Like, it was truly beautiful to beat, and I just loved it so much. If we're just talking about straight enjoyment, somehow recently I played a level called Escape Room by Slay, and it kicks ass, dude. If you're like decently good around my skill range and you want like an easy, like, I think it just recently fell off the list, but if you want like a decently difficult extreme to go for, oh my God, I love Escape Room. It is so fun. I never had a single complaint the whole time. I don't think it was just your beauty. It was awesome. Like, the gameplay is so good. I highly, highly, highly recommend it. So, and then I mean, there's plenty of other experiences I could say. Honestly, I think people don't realize, because a lot of my most popular videos, I'm like hating on a lot of levels. I like most of the levels I beat for the most part. I obviously, my hate of like Ouroboros is pretty well documented, but for the most part, I liked the levels that I play, and I do not hate the game, or I just wouldn't be playing it. Like Oblivion, a really good level. Edge of Destiny was more like up in the air. Cave of the Scarlet Sky, I really enjoyed that level. That's why it took me so damn long. But most of the levels I play, I enjoy. I like Frost Spirit a decent amount. It was kind of boring, but for the most part, I'm either ambivalent or positive on most levels. And I see a lot of people who just seem to hate every level they play, and I don't know why they're still playing if they don't get enjoyment out of any of it. You know what I mean? Like, levels are fun oftentimes. You know what I mean? If you don't like the level you're playing, there's always another one, and you'll probably like another one. And I think also a lot of people only play for the list, so they don't realize there's a lot of really great levels out there that maybe you wouldn't find normally. And that's also kind of the reason why I would like some sort of popular like tier ranking system instead of the demon list, so that people were maybe more motivated to play more levels outside of that range, because there's a lot of really fantastic levels outside of that range that I wish people would talk about more, but it's not on the list, so maybe it's not as relevant. But I'm not some like crazy list is the only thing that makes things relevant guy. It's just like when you're discovering new levels, it's easier to find stuff that way. I do the same thing, right? I go on the list, I want to play a list level, because that's how I've done it for a long time. There's a lot of levels that I probably overlooked because of that, but there's so many great levels out there. And I think a lot of people would have a lot more fun with the game if they explored some of those levels out and had some of them.
Yeah, no, I I definitely, I mean, I think I like levels similarly to you. Like, I really like long levels. Like, you'll never catch me disliking something like Zodiac or something like getting, like there's this, like, no-clip versions of levels and, like, playing something like Spectre or Tidal Wave, just, like, the song and, like, getting that far. It's, like, imagining that in the actual level would feel really awesome. So I would consider Escape Room.
Yeah, Escape Room's so cool. Oh my god. I mean, it's not an XL, but like the gameplay.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Long levels allow time to like build suspense and atmosphere and everything. And I think a lot of levels are just lacking that. And also, I think I mentioned this semi recently on stream, but probably because of my ADHD, like short levels, like I don't get like nervous ever. I don't feel anything usually. Like even when I get really far in it, if it's only like a minute and a half long, I'm not gonna be nervous because who cares? There's not enough time for the chemicals in my brain to build to be like, this matters. We need to care about this.
Yeah.
But for long levels, eventually I'll get to the point where I am like locked in, and I love the feeling of being locked in because it takes a lot of energy for me to get there. And so that's why XLs have always been a lot of my favorite levels, because I love how it feels to really just be in the moment and caring about a thing. That's why I've kind of generally avoided short levels, because it feels like it's over before they even begin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's one of the main reasons I play GD, because I love that feeling.
Yeah, it's like being in the middle of some sort of epilogue-esque feeling. It's just so cool.
It's so beautiful, and it's just so like, this is it. We're doing it right now. All of our work has led up to this. Like, it's just this great cascading feeling. I don't know.
Yes.
It's also just I get such a smile when I'm playing a level and I realize I'm just gonna beat it, and I know, you know what I mean? Like when I passed like 87 on Oblivion, when I just kept going, I was like, I'm not dying. I did it. I'm crazy that I could go that, and then it's just like true. But like it's like this like feeling of like bliss, where it's like, here we are, we're doing it. It's so sick.
Oh man. Yeah, I would definitely.
I guess overconfidence really is the way to go. If you really genuinely believe you're gonna do something, you're more likely to do it than if you're not, honestly. So.
Oh yeah, 100%. I definitely don't have that power like mid-level, which
I gotta really get far to feel that. I was playing Frost. I just beat Frost Spirit. I didn't even feel that. Like I died at like 89, and I still wasn't like locked in. I had to get past that to get there. Like it takes a while. Like it's not an easy feeling to achieve.
I guess no, I did feel that with Cataclysm. I got past the. I mean, I guess everyone feels this way, but once you get to the final wave, the really easy one, it's like, oh well, there's no way.
Build suspense for how short it is, because that whole piano thing.
That is a very. It's such a like to me, it's so confusing why Cataclysm is such a suspenseful level, but it makes sense once you realize, like, even though it's top heavy, there are crazy choke points in it.
Yeah. Oh my god. I mean, that dual shit back in the day, like where the Clubstep monster like it's like this when it
oh my
like
god.
I'm not good at that one. I wasn't good at that one back then, and then when it transitions back to the normal gravity, oh my god, that's another big choke. Once you get past that, it's like
yeah, and then you got to fly up into those 3 spike.
That's what I'm talking about. When you like transition back to the normal and then to different gravity.
I was so just like, my brain, like, I don't know, it was like the feeling of dopamine. My worst death was 58%. I got past it.
Ready.
And then I was like, oh my god, wait, I got past the mini ship. Oh my god, I got past the duel. Just fly up. I'm like, oh wait, I beat it. And then
like, you know what levels are missing now? More parts where it's like just a victory lap. You know what I mean? Like, I love that feeling. Like, in general, like, why do levels have to be so hard the whole time? Like, we can't just have one part where you're chilling a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, I like getting to feel where you are. You know what I mean? Like, you get to a part that's like a break part, and you can like kind of like feel that. Like Zodiac has that for sure. Like, you get to a certain part and you're like, I'm here. Wow, let's go. You know, I had a chance here. Like that. Like after Yuho's part, like that robot, you're really probably not gonna either. At least I didn't. Samuifying is another choke point, but like you get to feel it for a second. Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, we have a chance. We have to, you know, you do this like weird like self-talk thing, and then you can go at it. But that's like fun. And when levels are only hard parts stacked together, I just get bored because it doesn't. I never get to stop and appreciate it.
Yeah.
You know?
I think my input was Zodiac. I would still say, and Lex, like if I got past TMN and failure, because failure is more of a choke point to me than TMN.
I've heard that. I was really good at failure, but TMN kicked my ass. I'm just not good at the blue orbs and the spikes and then the 2 blue orbs at the start. No,
yes.
bad at those.
I figured that out. It's like you gotta wait to jump and then click the. It's so weird to explain because I know everyone would hold jump.
I know TMN has like the most crazy nuances of any part. Like same as Samifying, honestly, you gotta know what you're doing.
Yeah,
good.
And
you
it's like
have it.
Even as someone who like plays a lot of Zodiac, I know someone that was practicing it, and they were like, "Wait, you can just do this for Samifying?" It was like holding the cube or something instead.
Isn't that fun though? I feel like we've lost that with a lot of levels. Like there's no like nuance grinding where you like discover stuff and come up with strategies. Because a lot of Zodiac is like that, where you like have to like kind of improvise and find ways to make it consistent and all this sort of other stuff. And levels nowadays almost feel like you're like almost like playing like a piano recital where you have to do this exact thing at the same time. I really like that feeling of like free flowingness and just kind of like figuring out your own way forward a little bit to some extent. You know, it's nice that there's some structure, but kind of lost that with harder levels. I really like coming up with strategy ways.
Oh, I agree. That's what doesn't Limbo kind of have something similar, or is the key at the end?
I only did it with the key thing is random at the end, if that's what you're talking about. But Limbo's I played it a little bit, but it's just give me a headache because I did it. I did the day with Limbo stream was just I literally did all of that in one 11-hour session, and then like I was like seeing like spots on the walls after I finished. I was so because it was just so much for the brain. I was talking crazy to the end of it, dude. Do not play Limbo for 11 hours. Your brain will not take it well. It is not good. But yeah, there is some good strategy finding in there. I've never been able to do the keys at the end though. My eyes are not good enough to follow that key. No. I can't even do it when like, there was a trend on Twitter like for a while where it was like daily limbo key. I couldn't even do that. And I was just looking at my phone trying to follow the key. So I don't think it was possible for me.
No, if I were to do limbo, just 100% every time get there, just pick my favorite color.
Literally, just keep doing the exact same one until it works. That's honestly the best strategy I could probably come up with. I could do it. 1 out of 8. It'd be exciting. Like maybe this one would be the right one. You probably get so consistent. You just like.
Oh, could you imagine dying at 97 like more than one time in a row?
Oh my god! I mean, dude, Limbo gets really consistent, so people could probably do that.
No, probably 100%. I know.
If you really can't follow the keys, which I don't think I could, but that's why I'm not playing Limbo. So I wouldn't want to do that. Someone else can do that. Yeah, you're fun.
I know the closest thing is 1 Alpha Helix. He didn't necessarily fully lose the key, but he wasn't confident in what he guessed, and he just said, he's just like, I don't know, picked red, I don't know, and then he got it right.
Dude, that has to be a rush, though.
Yeah.
That has to feel just bananas.
like
I will give Limbo credit where it's due. That is probably the best part in any GD level ever made. Like where you just fall onto the spike and you see if you do it or you don't. It's just everything right there. So interesting.
And every reaction is just wait. Oh.
Like, that's cool. That is cool. I will give credit there. I'm not the biggest fan of Limbo, just because when you actually play it, it's just like a lot. It's like choke point city for the most part. But that key thing at the end is beautiful. It's awesome.
Yeah, I agree. And so now we have 5 more questions. The rest of these are fan questions.
Okay.
And then after that, we have the final section, which is the A or B section, which is basically I'm gonna ask
A or B?
Yeah, I'm gonna
red berries. Last speedrun category. What is A or B?
So A or B is yeah. Sorry, I kind of have like a weird talk.
Don't worry about it. I don't know how the hell I heard that.
No, but it's an A or B section where I ask you this or that. It could be a level, it could be creators, it could be players, or it could even be 3 of them if all 3 correlate. Like if let's say 3 of the same level with the same theme, which one do you think has the better execution? And
okay, yeah, I've gotten to that part of the test before. We get to the end, and so like true or false questions.
Yeah, and
I'm ready.
I have 10 of those. I think that's gonna be really fun. But we'll get through these.
Then the long essay question. Good luck.
Well, we'll do these final 5 questions first.
Right.
I'll do the longest question. I don't think it'll be the longest answer though. Do you plan on ever going back to a consistent upload schedule, and do you plan on doing any more variety content? Hello? Oh my gosh.
That was weird. Discord's just like shitting the bed. I mean, my internet didn't even go out the first time it happened anyway. Like, it just stopped. So.
Yeah, mine didn't even go out either. You know, it's funny. This has never happened in an interview, and you now have world record for most times crashed down one time.
No one is ever gonna break this record. Hopefully, for your sake.
Hopefully. No, that'd be cool. No, we're gonna get like we're gonna Dolphy on the Russian internet is gonna cut out like 38 times.
Dude, I'm so glad I have decent internet now. I used to have the worst internet of all time. I had like 50 ping to a server that was like 5 miles from my house. Playing Minecraft was the worst. It didn't work. Sucked ass. I hated it.
Oh man. Yeah, no, I always had good ping. Like every time I'd do like Team Fortress 2 or something, we always lived near a server. My ping would be like 5.
Yeah, dude. Now I play Minecraft. I play a game mode called Bridge, and I have like 4 ping to the server that plays it. Which is
my god, I used to be so good at Bridge. I washed now.
It's fun.
It is fun.
I'm pretty good at it now. I'm like top 30 in it or something, which is good.
That's
because I play it every day like a loser, but it's fun. So
yeah, I'm macro dependent.
Macro dependent.
Yeah, 20 CPS clicks to place blocks.
I'd be double clicking. I'm not gonna lie to you. So I'd be double clicking Ella.
Then
it's everyone double clicks though at a high level. You already know.
That is true. I just have like carpal tunnel issues. Not literally, but like it is like the same pain that you get in your wrist for like regular carpal tunnel.
Yeah, I have to, even when I play GD, I start to get issues. I can only play, like, I didn't stream today. My best way is I play for like 4 days in a row, and then I take 1 day off. If I do any more than that, I start to feel bad, so I don't do it.
For me, it's like about like 4 months in a row, and then 1 day.
That's why you have the carpal tunnel feeling, so there you go. There's no way.
No, yeah, no, big time hand problems. And it's do you know what Viking hand is?
Viking hand?
Yeah, it's when the tendons in your hand start to pull your fingers closer to the middle of your hand.
No, I'm glad I don't. That does not sound fun.
It's more common in Caucasians that are from Sweden, I think, or
Sweden. Okay, I dodged that. I'm mostly from like Slovakia, so
yeah,
we're good.
Yeah, and it's
We're good.
It's gonna happen to me. I'm gonna have Spider-Man fingers pretty soon. And, well, not pretty soon.
It's okay. I'm probably gonna get. I'm like pre-diabetic, and I'm already getting like arthritis issues in my hand. So.
Yeah.
That's probably gonna take me out before like I'm 30 or something in that regard.
Yeah, I'm stupid. I almost put myself in a pre-diabetic state, which is stupid. I managed to lose that weight though. So.
Yeah, no, I'm just genetically effed. I don't know why. Like my whole family has it. Yeah. Like I'll never know why my dad got it. My dad got diabetes at like 23, and I'm 23, so here it is. I guess that's basically what my doctor said.
Look at his face! Oh my god, that is an amazing. It's beautiful. It is beautiful. Look at him. Oh my god, he is such a majestic human being. You are a world record holder.
3 times. We might have to speed to the end of this, depending on how this goes.
Yeah, I might honestly. These last questions. All right. Let me just like go right into this one that I was trying to say before the internet cut out. Do you plan on ever going back to a consistent upload schedule, and do you plan on doing any more variety content?
I do want to do more variety content because people seem to like it, but it's hard to come up with ideas for it. I just want to. As far as consistent uploads go again, I will, but not consistently. Now, that doesn't make any sense, but I'll make sense of it. What it's going to more look like is I'll have periods where I'm uploading weekly and then periods where you don't see me for a few months. It's just like when we have the stuff going, you'll see it. If we don't have it going, you won't see it. I'm not going to push myself to make it if I don't have good ideas for it. But it'll never be like a forever thing like it was back then. But even then, we only really consistently uploaded for like a year or something. But I'll be more active than I am right now, and I'll be just as active as I am right now some other times. I'm just gonna kind of flow with it. If you see an upload from me, click on it and watch it. Otherwise, it's probably not there, and that's fine by me. And then as far as variety content goes, I would 100% like to upload some more variety stuff because I enjoy streaming more variety stuff as well. And also because I can't play GD every day because of the whole hand thing that I was talking about earlier. So it's good for me to play other stuff too. I just got to get better ideas for what I actually want to do. I feel like there's more variety stuff that I want to do that I just haven't found like the right thing I want to do yet for. You know what I mean? So I definitely want to explore that and find some other stuff because people seem to really like the variety stuff, even if it doesn't get like as much views. But even still, like I have a bridge video that has like 300K or something. So people still watch. People still watch those videos. I just need to figure out more so what I want to upload in that regard.
Yeah, you got lucky with people liking you.
Yeah, I got very lucky in terms of. I think because I never really did YouTube in a way where I was like actively trying to.
Yeah.
Like. I was just me, and then people came for me, and then I'm still here, so I'm me.
Yeah. It's authenticity, and people love it.
I'm lucky it worked out, because I wouldn't have changed anything if it didn't, so it wouldn't.
Hell yeah.
I got very lucky in that regard.
Heck yeah. And, maybe we tapped into this earlier. I don't know why I feel like I asked you this already, but how do you feel about the current state of the GD community?
We did talk about this to some extent. You know what though? I will say I think our top players right now are pretty good, all things considered. Like I think Zoink is a good role model for the community.
Yes, I agree.
And that's like the most important part, I think, to me, is that we have good role models in good positions, in order to maintain a healthy and stable community. Like a lot of the times, like for example, we were really lucky to have someone like Tech as our top player for a while. He's just a great guy, you know what I mean? And that was good for the community. And in general, as a community, we don't really tolerate a bunch of crap that we shouldn't. Like, there's bad pockets, but for the most part, we hold the correct views on the correct things. We kick people out of the community that aren't at an appropriate level. I don't think we're too crazy about it, nor are we like too loose about it. You know what I mean? We don't tolerate people saying certain stuff. We don't tolerate discrimination. I think the community itself, like the people in it, I think we're in a pretty good spot. I think a good chunk of the playing community has gotten a lot older as well recently, because a lot of the top players are people that who got good in like 2022, 2023. So those people are starting to grow up a little bit, and I think that the community itself is in a pretty decent spot. I can't really complain. So things are good.
I agree with the top play community. I think it's good that Zoink represents everything that is kind of the base game. I mean, he down to heart guy. He's got an equal amount of seriousness and silliness. I've been able to experience. Fortunately, I've been able to experience that personally, and that's awesome. Like, it's really awesome, and he obviously.
He's a good guy. I've talked to him a lot, and he's. Yeah, I really appreciate that we have a good guy up there.
And he definitely shows his respect to like technical, like you said. Technical is really good for the top play community. I think he was outside of Sunix, I think he was the first like made sense top one. I think I talked to Doggie about that. Like, technical made so much sense.
Yeah, he just always like, even the whole time I knew him, especially back then, it was just like, this guy is the best video game player of all time, and here he is. Like, it's just like, it was like a given. Like, we didn't even like talk or discuss or argue about it ever at any given point in time. We're just like, he's the one, and we're all here also. Like, that was how it was.
Yeah.
And he was like, he was just such an easy guy to root for. Like, why would anyone ever root against him? You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, he
was never egotistical. He was never, he just did what he did, and he did it. So
100%, and he did it really well as well.
Yeah.
What is the worst and best thing to ever come out of the GD community? We'll start with worst.
Worst thing? What's the worst thing that ever happened in the GD community? I don't know. I mean, nothing so bad has happened, I don't think. I mean, SpaceUK is bad, but like, that's like in terms of the community itself. Like, that's not like we didn't go and do some crap somewhere else. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if we as a community have ever done anything that's like been like really bad. You know what I mean? Like, have we done anything? I'm trying to think. I mean, no, I like the GD community, honestly. I really do. Like, I don't think we overstep our bounds too much. I mean, I guess sometimes when like a popular figure like gets into GD, we kind of swarm them a little bit, but we're not so bad. I don't know if we've done anything that's that bad. Otherwise, I wouldn't stick around. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
that's a good point.
I think we're decent people, honestly, for the most part.
I
So I don't know if I can say that like something really bad ever came out of the community. I'm probably like thinking. I mean, there's bad people, but at least a good chunk of us kicked out the bad people pretty fast. Like we didn't beat around the bush.
That is true.
And then the best thing to come out of the community, I mean, I really like Doggie's grief streams. I think they're good for the game, honestly. I mean, I don't know if it's the best thing. I mean, I think maybe the best thing that ever happened was like Knobbelboy's Bloodlust streams, but I think the best thing that we've ever done is provide people with a grind like that they can watch consistently every day, in my opinion. Because those have always just been such staples of the community. I'm really proud that I got to be a part of it at all. That I was one of those people that got to stream a really hard level for an extended amount of time. People watch them. Because there's really nothing quite like it. You know what I mean? Even outside of GD and other communities, there's nothing quite like watching someone play a GD level for such a long time and then getting to see them beat it, and there's a big part of that, and it's just awesome. And there's even levels that aren't like the hardest. Like me and my friends, like watching Demishio verify QQ was like a daily thing. We would put it on our second monitors every single day, and it was just such a great experience for us. And I think that's my favorite thing the community's ever made. Like those types of we must create our own stories, our own adventures, you know?
Hell yeah.
And it's such an easily accessible way for people to watch, and I love that.
Honestly, I don't think I could have put it any better. I mean, I agree with the best thing is like just showing that ability to
provide people with those great experiences that they can watch and be a part of.
And I think another thing to add on is like it shows that grinding is not that bad in retrospect.
Grinding can be a lot of fun.
It can be a lot.
And I think especially in today's day and age, it's nice to have something popular where the message is that you can work really hard and get what you want if you want it. I think that's good in today's day and age, especially when we're in an age where short form content is dominating the world and everyone is getting lazier and blah, 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 blah. I think it's great that we have a place where hard work and determination are such high values. You know what I mean? That's not true everywhere else. And that's something that I think is really unique and special to us. And that sometimes you'll get it'll be kind of jarring when you talk to another community and you'll see how they treat stuff. And we treat stuff with so much more respect in terms of how hard we're willing to work for it. And that's why I was drawn to it, because I'm a very stubborn, passionate guy. That's what was so when I watched Knobbelboy's Bloodlust games, I was like, I'm gonna do it. You know, it was a wide variety of stuff, but I was gonna do it, whatever it was. And that I love that. I've always loved that. So it's cool that something like that can really exist and that we have a place for that.
I think you brought up shorts, and I think I have a worst, for my opinion at least, shorts channels. They're still here.
You're probably right. I don't engage with them, but you're probably right. They're probably so bad.
They are. Oh my god, it's just money this and rot to the core, and sometimes it catches me and I just feel so disgusting with myself when I watch a full one.
It can't be good for our brains.
Not at all.
In general, I think people should prioritize things that make them think and things that are valuable to you as a person. But it's hard. I understand that's hard. We live in an era where everything is digital popcorn and candy exists everywhere, and it's hard to create a balanced diet online for yourself. And I spend a lot of time online too. You know what I mean? I'm doing other stuff, but I do a lot. I play a lot of games that I got to work hard for. You know, my Japanese is on my phone, but it's still something I'm doing online. You know what I mean? It's still, but it's harder. It's getting harder and harder to have a decent diet in that regard. Temptation is a hard thing to avoid, both in actual dieting and something like this. So people got to be more wary of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think GD shorts are probably just no good. So.
Not at all. And we do kind of put that fine line between them and the actual passion, but oh my god, they're never gonna not be considered part of the GD community to casual viewers.
Yeah, I bet a lot of, if I were to bring up GD in IRL situations, which I rarely do, when I'm hanging out with people, but they would probably think of shorts first because that's 10 million subscribers or whatever, so it's a big thing.
Yeah, I'm dreading the day I see a secret way short on someone else's phone.
It's over with. It's over with. It's like I'm part of it now. It's done with.
I know, and it's funny because I've actually seen like my Minecraft skin on other people's phones because Vix was like so popular in 2023. The one I'd help him with stuff, I'd see people watching his shorts, and then like it was only I counted 5 times that I had seen my skin on someone else's phone, and I'm just thinking to myself like, oh my god, this guy is huge.
I'm in this. Yeah,
I'm part of this now. There's no going
I'm part
back.
of this now. Dude, there's so many. I remember once I found out I was like playing bridge against a friend of mine, and I found out he was like streaming it on like TikTok or something to like 1,000 people, and I just never knew about it. Like there's a whole side of the internet I know nothing about. Like that's just happening all the time. You know, like, what are people doing with that? I just have no idea. But it's just weird when I get like little glimpses into that world. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I wish I didn't get exposed to it so early on in my life.
Yeah, and a lot of people are probably gonna share that sentiment. I couldn't imagine like because the thing is like. I could sit here and say how like I have a balanced way of using the internet. That's only because I didn't have I wasn't using the internet until I was 16. I didn't have to avoid temptation as a kid. Yeah. You know, I got basically on the internet when I was close to an adult and then decided what I wanted to do. But a lot of people are getting handed iPads where they just start watching at the age of like 4, and that's gotta just it's over.
Oh my god, I can't believe
they didn't even really have a choice. You know what I mean? Like it's just they're not consenting or understanding to what they're really doing.
Yeah, I cannot believe I'm going to say this, but I'm literally a kid that you just described. But without the iPad, I was 3, same month I was turning 4. I was still technically 3, playing Team Fortress 2. Somehow, I don't know how, 2008, or no, 2009, I was about to turn 4, we were playing TF2. I don't know. I just don't
know. That's nutso. I remember 2009 because Bowser's Inside Story came out, and I loved that game. I was a big DS kid. But I didn't have internet access or anything. I didn't get a phone until I was in like 10th grade or something. And even then I only used like YouTube and Twitter. Yeah, it's not something I'm like proud of. It's just something that I got lucky enough to have. Like my parents did the right thing.
Yeah, for me it was like 10. No, I think it was. Yeah, no, I was 10 because I had a tablet. I didn't really play too much on, but then I got my phone and I'm like, wait, I could talk, or no. Yeah, I got my phone and then I was like, I can talk to people on this.
And that's when it's over. Like you can play whatever games on your iPad you want. That really does anything, I feel like. But then once it comes to social media, that's when you need to spend so much money on those algorithms to keep you watching forever.
Oh god, it's disgusting. But final question, technically not the final question, but final asked question, made one, yes. Final question, technically, but technically not, but still technically. What is your final goal for GD?
I want to I'm obviously eyeing up Deimos, and I want to try to beat that. But my main goal is just to there's still videos I want to make that I haven't made yet, and that's my main goal out. Because honestly, the thing about GD is yes, I am a player who's gotten pretty good at it, but really it's the entertainment that I'm gonna look back on and I'm gonna be proud of. I'm proud of the Roulette series. I'm proud of the even the Edge of Destiny video. Yeah. And I hopefully will be proud of the Deimos video too. Once that gets made, I hope that's gonna turn out good and be a big journey. But I want to make as many of those types of videos as I can, because those are the types of things I'm going to look back on and be proud of. I already am proud of a lot of the stuff that I've done. As for being a player myself, I'm just going to keep going until I hit a wall that I don't feel like breaking through anymore. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I'm definitely not done making content. It may not be very frequent, but there are things I want to do. Yes, I don't upload weekly anymore, but a lot of my uploads that I have done when I've not been uploading weekly, when I'm inactive, have been 2.5 hours long, which is 25 uploads. I get what people say I'm not as active, because I'm not, but I hope people can appreciate the amount of effort I am putting into the content that I am uploading, because that's important to me. And there's still more of those videos I want to make. And so my end goal isn't really a finite line. I have no time where I'm this and then I'm gonna be good, because I didn't even want to get bigger as a YouTuber. I'm perfectly fine with the size I'm at right now. I just want to do it till I'm done. You know what I mean? When I've decided I don't want to push it I just want to decide like when it's genuinely something I don't feel like doing anymore. I hope I'll look back and I'll be happy with what I've done.
Brilliant. I think that's actually it's cool to know that you don't have like some final thought about thing, because I know.
Let's go where the wind takes me. I'm rolling downhill. We'll see how it ends up.
What you said earlier, go where the wind takes you. And as you are, obviously, you were at a point in time my number one favorite content creator. Now I have to say GD content creator.
Mm-hmm.
I am glad that you don't have some sort of plan or blueprint.
I never really did.
Yeah, it makes it feel more natural, and I love it.
The only time I ever have a plan is when I've decided I'm beating this level right now. Other than that, I'm just kind of...
Yeah. It's awesome.
But I found a lot of success in that, and I don't see any reason to change it now. Just, I think spontaneity makes things interesting, as I said earlier.
I agree.
If you plan out your whole life, you're just going to be waiting for the next step. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. And now, this is the final section. I really wish we weren't here. I swear to God. We were like 3 questions in, 40 minutes in, and I was just like, oh my God, I love talking to this guy.
We've reached the end. And eventually I'll need dinner, so.
Yeah.
But I'm ready for the true and false world.
Yeah, I don't want this conversation to end, but,
Yeah, this has been fun. I've never been interviewed before, so this was a new experience, but this was a lot of fun.
Heck yeah. I'm glad that this was the first one, and tried my hardest to make it as fun as possible.
Yeah, you're doing a good job.
Thank you. And you are an amazing talker.
Thank you.
But the A or B section.
A or B.
We'll start off with a heavy hitter. Number 1. Which one is the better remake? Edge of Destiny or Bloodlust?
Bloodlust. I love Bloodlust so much. I love Edge of Destiny. When you said Edge of Destiny, I was like, that's gonna be hard to beat. But then you said Bloodlust, and I love Bloodlust. Like, that's probably one of the only levels you could have produced that would have gotten that response to me. But like, dude, I'm not even good at the extension. But man, from 0, it feels like they're saving everyone. Like, you just saved everyone, and you're running out to the exit. Like, that's what it feels like. It's so thematic, and I don't know if it's just because like it was big when I was a kid, but I love it. And it's just magical.
The extension. Oh my God.
It's crazy. I love a level this much after it did what it did to me, but I don't care. It's that good. It's that good, man. I love it.
Number 2. Which one has better decoration? The Golden, Avernus, or Amethyst?
I don't really care for any of these levels. I could list okay. I guess the Golden. I guess that's the best one, but it's not by a. I don't like the Golden because it's like this weird like mustard green. And I can't see anything. But Avernus is like weird hell level with the decoration not matching the hitboxes, and Amethyst. This looks all right, but the hitboxes are kind of an issue. I think maybe it's Amethyst, but only because I don't really care much for the Golden or Avernus. Like, we're comparing like a 4 out of 10 level decoration wise to like a 3 out of 10 level. I'm not a big fan of that style of decoration.
So I like that question.
Yeah, that's a difficult one. I guess Amethyst is my answer, honestly, because I really don't care for how dark the Golden is. I can't see anything, and I don't like Avernus at all. So there you go. Somehow Amethyst wins in a debate like that.
All right. Number 3, keeping on the trend with Amethyst. Mm-hmm. Which one is worse, Amethyst or Thinking Space 2?
Okay, I hate both of these. I think Space 2 is that stupid gap where you have to alternate, and without CBF, it's just stupid. Like, I don't even want, like, it's just, these levels are both so bad. I think Amethyst is still the worst of those two, probably, despite the spam thing. Dude, the way Zoink was talking about it, oh my God, it just sounds atrocious. I mean, especially either because your options with Amethyst are CBF blocker, where you have to do a frame perfect click at the start, or no CBF and the waves look like that. Yeah. So your options kind of just suck ass with Amethyst, and Thinking Space 2 is better because you have to play without CBF, but at least the waves in Thinking Space 2 aren't like that necessarily. So it would feel more luck-based, but at least you could get past them. So Amethyst is probably the worst of those two.
True. I would also say Amethyst, but only because, like, Thinking Space 2 feels like it has some passion put into it.
Yeah, it has, like, this one cool click of, like, a wave click of, like, 70 that I thought was cool. That's about it. I don't know. We're comparing 2 out of 10 versus 1 out of 10 on that one. That
like 2 out of 10 versus 1.9. They're so closely bad. It's crazy.
They're closely bad.
Closely bad.
They're not good levels. We need to get some better levels going on, and the grief will be good. Hopefully. I can't play it, but
I hope so.
Yeah.
Number 4. I might already know the answer to this, considering what we've talked about throughout the last 3 hours now. But which one has a bigger impact on the GD community, in your opinion? Riot and Cyclic rivalry, or the Zoink and SpaceUK rivalry?
Oh, for sure, Zoink and Space.
Yep, yeah, I figured you'd answer that now.
Almost with that explanation could be described. I mean, again, I think we're going there anyway with the Riot and Cyclic thing. I think we're going to go there. People are already playing the game.
Yeah.
This already got existed. Like, it's happening no matter what. So, but the space thing, I'm not even going to, we've discussed it. Giant Hill.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Number 5. Which one is the GOAT? Probably already know the answer to this one as well. Sunix, nSwish, or Zoink?
Zoink.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, Sunix and nSwish did make the list, but there was also no codependence, and you have to be with 2 inputs on the list at the time. So. Yeah.
True.
Oh, no, Zoink didn't beat the list because he didn't beat, what was it? Subversive, I think it was. That was like 150. It was like the easy thing of all time. And he could have done that and beat the whole list, but he didn't want to, I guess, so he didn't do it. No one knows why he didn't do it to this day. Could have done it like maybe one session. So.
It's the same thing with, or did you say Sunix?
Yeah, no, that's what Sunix did.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say, I thought you said Zoink, and I'm like,
God knows why. Like, why not do that?
He could have been the first 50, but nope, 49. You got 49. That's it.
Because of some, like, what? It's like you know that video where like Abby's trying to get all the Mario Kart records, and he has this super close battle to get the last one, and except the enemy is nothing. Like, there's no enemy to doing the whole list. Just like, I don't want to do it, so I don't. Like, I don't know. It's like the weirdest decision I've ever seen you ever make. But whatever, sure.
I've always thought there was something we just don't know that happened, but we'll never know.
Maybe back then, you know what I mean?
It's been 8 years. He probably doesn't even remember. Number 6. Which one is more iconic? The first RGB trilogy or the second RGB trilogy?
Well, I'm going to have to stop you right there. What is the second RGB trilogy? Do we actually have 3 levels that make those rules up?
Yeah. It was Tartarus, the Golden, and Sonic Wave Infinity.
How do you these levels don't even go together? It's like puzzle pieces that don't fit. First one wins.
I agree. I agree.
I didn't even think. I was around during that time. I never even thought about that as like a trilogy. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense looking back at it, but like Sonic Wave Infinity. Okay, Sonic Wave sucks also, but Sonic Wave Infinity is like one of the worst levels ever produced by a human being. It's so bad. And that's not just like me talking. That's like the consistent opinion across like good players. There's like a random unjointed hitbox at like 72 and like the hardest click in the level. It's not. Sonic Wave is just so boring, dude. It's so bad.
Yeah, Sonic Wave and Sonic Wave Infinity were some of the first examples of industry plants.
Oh my god, so bad. Okay, here's the thing. Like I'm not like the only good level of the original RGB, because Avernus was also just random. It felt like with Yada. Yada's a good level. I love Yada. We don't make levels like Yada anymore. It makes me sound like I'm 80 years old, but yeah, Yada's cool, man. I like it. I like that level.
I like people.
Always... I like FunnyGame's part at the end. That was weird. Like,
people always like, oh, Yada is so bad. The gameplay's bad, and I'm like, well, I disagree.
I don't even think it's like a product of its time bad. Like, it's just good. Like, I enjoyed playing it. Like, it wasn't even like it didn't feel dated or anything. It was just like fun to play. I don't know.
And the memes that came out of it were funny. Nerf.
You know the serve one where he goes in the editor and then deletes a bunch of stuff.
Oh, that was so funny! Oh my god, I'm so fortunate to have gotten to see that.
Yeah. Oh, you saw that?
I watched that happen. Oh my god.
I did not. That was awesome. That's awesome that you saw that.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Number 7. Which one is better all around? So decoration, gameplay, introducing new mechanics, etc. Clubstep, Toe2, or Deadlocked?
It's tough. I really like a lot. I think Toe 2 is my favorite of those levels, but it didn't really bring that much new to the table necessarily. It brought like the invisible blocks or whatever. I really like the wave of Toe 2 a lot. I think Clubstep is like the biggest one of those three ultimately. Like people still make levels using Clubstep that look like Clubstep in 2025. So I guess that wins. And Deadlocked is kind of fine by itself, but every level that tried to be Deadlocked just kind of sucked to play because 2.0 kind of sucked to play. Dude, when 2.0 came out, because I remember when 2.0 came out, because it like updated on my iPad, and literally, dude, I thought the game was dead because all the levels I was playing were so bad. I was like, the game's dead. We ruined it. The game's over because like objects like moving up and everything. And I was just like, this is not a gameplay anymore. It's over. We've ruined the game. I thought it was over. And so Deadlocked itself was fine, but like people were bad, and they, you know, everyone was a child back then for the most part. They were just making crap on our phones. So dude, I don't think people have nostalgia for 2.0 because they were a kid during 2.0. It's not that good. It's not that good. There were people making some garbage. But my favorite of those three is Toe 2, but Clubstep is the most influential, and that's the best echo for sure.
I agree. I actually exactly how you said it. Toe 2 is my favorite, and Clubstep is the most influential. Yeah. To me, it's always like, I don't know. Deadlock's just been there. Like I don't like I don't see, like, I guess the boss fight introduction is cool, and like the key, but like, is that really seen much anymore?
No, and it's like every level that tried to use the key in the boss fight sucked. So I don't like thinking about it. Like they're all bad. Yep. That boss fight, we don't think it's good because we remember exactly how to do it. You know what I mean? Like we know how to like make it happen.
Yeah, the only good keys I can see in a list demon nowadays is Limbo.
Yeah, that's true.
That's about it. Actually,
that's about it.
Light travel. Light travel's.
I need to check that out. I keep hearing it keeps coming up. Everyone's like, light travel's the best level ever made.
Oh my god, it's such a fun travel level, and its key functions. So like, it's like the you grab the potion, the skull throughout the entire level to get the 3 coins at the end. It's and it's a 10-minute level, 10-minute travel level. Another adventure I think you'll really love.
I gotta check that out. Yeah, I finally will. I think that's the drive I needed.
Such a good level. Number 8. I already know this. You actually basically said this earlier. Which one is a more influential creator, Zobros or FunnyGame?
Zobros, because of our discussion.
Yep.
9 Circles is the only one in that category.
Yep.
I wish it wasn't. I mean, I don't like 9 Circles almost that much. They hurt my eyes, dude. I don't have the eyes for it.
Same.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's just like
whatever. People seem to like it. They're happy with it. Whatever. I wish we had a different wave-like thing. Though. I like wave. Like Arctic Lights is cool. It's not really a wave. It's not really a 9 Circles level in the same way. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know how it was ever top 10. I was around during that. It was not that hard, dude. I got past the wave, and it got like 80 on it in like 4 sessions when it was like 11 or something. It's not hard. I don't know why it was ever up there, but it's a cool level.
I low-key, all I remember from it was the thumbnail being a Lanny face.
I remember Metal Face's reaction to it too. It was like really, really, really loud.
I remember that.
Is that why it was played so high? Because like Metal Face was so respected. They're like, oh my god, it must be.
Maybe.
I don't even know.
What like an unk name to bring up? Like, oh my god.
Metal. Yeah, I haven't thought about Metal Face in a very long time.
It has been a while. Yeah. I played the Secret Box recently. I was like, wait, that guy made this level. Secret Box.
I think like a buff date, like a controversial buff date, like after.
And then it got nerfed. Then buff date.
I missed that part of it.
I had both, I think, a buff date and then a nerf date. I want to say, and I think it was only because like Tosh Deluxe verified it. I think he did. I don't know.
Legit player Tosh
I remember it being popularized by him. I don't remember if he verified it or not.
Yeah, I don't remember either. That's when even was that, dude? Like 2017.
2017, 2018. The second most cool thing that happened in 2018, Secret Box.
Nothing happened in 2018.
I know. It was such a dead year.
All that happened was like me and Tech were like growing. Like that's what we were doing. We were like starting our push. We didn't.
Yeah, pretty much. It was that.
We were like incubating for the big push.
Yeah. Number 9. Which one is a more impressive player creator? Crazy Man 50, Knobbelboy, or Demishio?
Demishio, for sure. I mean, Demishio has some of the most like Kyuki being such a highly respected level at that difficulty is just absurd. Like it's almost unheard of. Like it's the highest at any level of difficulty by so much. Like it's almost unheard of to think about, and it's just beautiful looking, just in general.
Oh yeah.
And I think like even though Demishio doesn't have that many, every Demishio project to me is very like memorable to me, and I really respect Demishio as a player and a creator. Like the most, if we're talking just straight up the most impressive, that's the one. I mean, like Crazy Man 50 was also really good at the game for his time, also, especially like on a controller. Like they're all three of them are like, instead of comparing 2 out of 10s, we're comparing like 8 out of 10s and 9 out of 10s. All three of these people are very impressive. And like, but I would still give it to Demishio for just being able to do it in such a modern time, and also being so like good at both things at the same time in such a competitive era.
Yeah, I feel like I still would give it to Knobbelboy, but I also do think like Demishio could make something that's like.
Yeah, I think if Demishio made more wouldn't even be a question, but Knobbelboy did make a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
it was like, made a lot.
Like Astral Divinity is immortalized, Ouroboros is immortalized, Ragnarok is immortalized.
Yeah, the levels of forever.
Yeah, and what else? Even his like the Furious is immortalized, and that was like ahead of its time.
I remember Singularity. He made that. It's less memorable, but I remember racing it, and someone beat Hotball to the punch, because back then Hotball was quite the pest. But I don't remember who beat him anymore, but someone stopped him from getting first victory, and it was great. I just remember who did it anymore.
Singularity. Isn't that like now a impossible level?
Maybe, I don't know.
I know there's
but it was like this weird purple level or something.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. No, I also remember Hotball. He switched to Fortnite, flexed everything, and the channel died.
Yeah. It's like a supernova. It just like went off and then stopped doing anything.
Yep. Oh, I wish I could talk to you for like another 7.5 hours, but
yeah, this has been fun.
This has been a lot of fun. Final question: what's the better song, At the Speed of Light, Sonic Blaster, or Dimension?
At the Speed of Light, even though I love Dimension. At the Speed of Light, like, dude, Dim Rain was making things no one was making back when he was making them. Like, what the hell? Like, all of his, like, biggest hits came out a bajillion trillion years ago when no one was doing anything like that. And they're all just so, like, half the reason that the Apocalyptic Trilogy levels work in the first place is because the song is so progressive and it tells a story. It's crazy. Like, Dimension's crazy vibe-wise, but it isn't, like, it just barely doesn't do it because it doesn't go anywhere with it. You know what I mean? But like At the Speed of Light and all Dim Rain songs really are music that like I just genuinely enjoy for the most part. Like just genuinely really good songs. Like there's a Operation Evolution level that came out recently that's so cool.
I've seen that too.
It's like how does Dim Rain do that? Like it's just insane to me. I really respect his work.
It's like instrumentals stay the same, but it's like like you said, At the Speed of Light is like a story through song, and another great example I can think of is the Falling Mists. Like it's insane, and then the middle, it's powerful. It punches in the middle. It's like running, and then at the end, it's like rising up.
It's like the best GD music that's ever existed by an order of magnitude. Like Creo is good, but Tim Rain is better in my opinion. Like.
Cannot agree more. I think the Falling Mist is it will never be topped. It is the #1 best GD song of all time.
I don't even think I'd argue with you. Like it's that good. Like it's so good.
And I just get chills. I get chills thinking of reaching the part at the end. Oh my god!
Like it's so good at making you feel something. Like with the game, it just like works so perfectly together.
Yes,
it's a match made in heaven. Dude. I mean, you could argue that like that's. Like, Dim Rain is responsible for a lot of the popularity that was gained from, like, Cataclysm and Bloodlust and everything that came after that. Like, Dim Rain might play a larger part in all of that than we realize. Like, like, all of that is massively, massively important to creating memorable levels to be remembered to this day, so.
Yeah, and he doesn't follow that, like, that verse, chorus, bridge, chorus, whatever you want to say, like, specific outline that I know that Creo does most of the time.
The problem, a lot of Creo music just sounds like the same. It's not really
I will say he is the best person to fit in second place, I think. Like his music is definitely influential. I have a playlist that is just Creo music. I love Creo.
Yeah, he's very influential. It's crazy. We don't often think about how much music creators themselves influence the game, but those two really did change the game. A large amount. You know what I mean? That's kind of nuts to think about. We rarely do, I feel like.
Yeah, GG Boy and Carmel, they freaking cooked. They
Yeah,
cooked so
they
hard.
did.